me and Ryan have been officially welcomed to the jungle that is Barstool Sports.
I brought it toward the Coyotes, and I asked them if it was okay if I joined the Spittin Chiclets podcast full time.
Ryan Whitney's got a pink Whitney out there now.
This is a sandbagger. Get that on camera.
Keith Yandel, the song man, is a full-time member.
Marley just got an assist from Chris Beach.
Whoa, we're buzzing right now. Sonk.
What is up? Welcome to episode 598 of the Spittin Chiclets podcast. We are in LA at the LA Kings beautiful practice facility.
Unreal.
What a trip we've had out here.
El Segundo.
First, we got to talk about Discover Biz. Discover. This show is sponsored by Discover, the official credit card of the NHL. No matter if your team wins or loses, Discover is there for you with cash back on all of your post-game purchases. With the Discover IT card, you earn cash back on every purchase, so celebratory wins just got even better. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Cash back on team gear, cash back on tickets, cash back on fries, etc. The Discover NHL Winter Classic is taking place January 2nd, 2026 in Miami, Florida. Tune into TNT. Get cash back on every purchase with Discover IT card. Learn more at discover.com/credit card.
Cannot wait for that Winter Classic.
That's going to be a big... You see the uniforms came out?
No.
Maybe they come out before. Florida's is they're pretty sick.
We're going to be all staying at Yans's house.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. We'll just be bunking up with you. So, Biz, I want to congrats you. Peaking.
Yep.
It came out yesterday.
Okay,
It's amazing.
Oh,
I
thank you.
laughed. I thought it was awesome. I can't wait for the next two. So it's got to be exciting for you to see nice numbers on the video so far.
Yeah, well, first of all, I appreciate that. But like, I felt like after even just seeing it ourselves, between Corey editing it and filming it, Tyler as well, Wonton, the four of us, like we knew we had a winner in a sense of what we had created. So sometimes you don't even, I guess, need the public response to feel like you've done something, to fulfill you. But it's been great so far. So as far as what my expectations were, I don't think they were that high. I was just so grateful to have spent that time with those guys, have done what we did. Instead of doing 2 episodes, it ended up becoming 3 because of that special interaction and meetup with Tyler and that David Vibora who I mentioned. So yeah, I think that if you guys liked episode 1, it gets even more crazy episode 2, and then episode 3 is one of the most special things that I've ever been a part of. So thank you to the boys, because they are geniuses. Corey and Tyler, the way that they edit it. There was a few other editors from Barstool as well who helped out, but you can watch that on the Wonton Don's YouTube channel.
Yeah, check it out. Anyone, seriously.
So
I think the editors in the Barstool world, from the internet invitation to all this stuff, I'm new to all this, so you get a good glimpse of how awesome they are, and like you got to give them their props.
Some of the best
guys,
some of the best in the world, and it was Brad Jones who actually went on the
Brendan Jones,
Brendan Jones, excuse me, who went on the Foreplay podcast. And he's like the main editor and one of the masterminds behind all of that, to talk about the process and how he got to that. So these guys behind the scenes who not only capture it and edit it, what they do for the company of Barstool and how talented they are, they don't get enough credit. And that should segue into also on the Spittin Chiclets YouTube
Pasha.
channel. A couple clicks for Pasha. And
not too many.
That's it.
I was a little irritated because I see how much time and effort he puts into the edit, and also the beginning, the essentially the trailer and the intro to the video, which a lot of people pissed off about the use of AI. Now, I think a lot of these morons who comment, who don't like AI, assume that he just clicked a few buttons and voila, it was made. No, you use the AI tools, but then also have to help curate this fun intro. And then there's a bunch of environmentalists and anti-AI people acting like we didn't hire 4 fucking people for the job because we got AI to do it. They're up in arms. So considering that you're watching a free sandbagger and one that our buddy put so much time and energy into, suck my cock.
Okay.
If you're one of those people who wants to complain about this free pot, oh, you don't talk about this team enough. You ain't talking about this. Oh my God, why are you getting Bob Stauffer on again? Because I fucking like talking to Bob Stauffer. I think he's entertaining and I think he's insightful. So if you're one of those people that likes to pick all the little negative stuff after watching an entertaining hour and 15, 20-minute sandbagger with 3 former Boston Bruins who are absolute legends, and we're all laughing our cocks off, and you're the one complaining because you didn't like the fucking trailer because there's an AI bear running around, literally lick my fucking cornhole.
That wasn't a real bear.
I thought I would. Yeah, I guess I really didn't get chased by a bear. I forgot that. Now, what is the issue with how is an environmentalist and AI at? What does AI have to do with the environment?
Yeah, it's just it's not great for the environment, I guess. Like,
really?
It uses a lot of water, apparently. There's water enthusiasts are coming at us now. So it's
shout out Body Armor.
Shout out Body.
These are fucking incels who are crushing Monster energy drinks, writing these comments on us, acting like they're helping out the environment. What the fuck are you doing to help the environment?
You can't please them all.
You can't.
That's the culture we live in now, though, where it's like people try to get the meanest comment because those always get the most likes and favorites and hearts.
Really?
So it's like people try to say something so mean and vile because they know that's going to affect the algorithm.
And I just want to make sure these people know, like, you're not really getting under my skin. I just like sometimes notice it more, and I'm like, oh, I have a platform where I can fire back to literally tell them to suck my asshole.
Yep.
Okay. And for those people who comment that, it's directed at you. And some other people might come in like, well, we're the customer and we're always right. Or like, oh, you can't take constructive criticism. No, I can. But I'm also telling you to lick my fucking 5-hole.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess saying it maybe a touch different.
No.
I'm just saying.
Oh, for them?
I'm saying what you're kind of saying, a touch different in that, like, we love our fans and we love this show, but we also we kind of want to do what we want to do. So I get a lot of people when I talk about golf, shut the fuck up. That's so painful.
Well, they bitched about the Internet Invitational for us talking for 20 minutes. We work for a company who threw on one of the biggest YouTube sporting events in the history of fucking YouTube.
Yep.
So of course we're going to talk about it. We're a sports podcast. Yes, we're hockey centric, but like, if you think we're not going to talk about the Internet Invitational that we were all not only a part of, and also instead of writing your comment, hit the fucking fast forward button because we're coming at you twice a week on the podcast. We're bringing you Hall of Fame interviews, including Bob Stauffer. We're dropping sandbaggers for you. We're dropping vlogs of our fucking ball hockey tournament that we're throwing on. So I'll always go back to suck my fucking ass.
There it is. So, yeah, with that, I will say that we just had, we're all in the red eye right after this. We got to interview Luke Robitaille.
Unbelievable.
We got to interview Rob Blake. We got to interview Drew Doughty. We got to interview Andrew Santino, an incredible comedian. If you guys don't know who he is, I cannot wait till you hear this interview. Sean Avery will be on this episode. The guys from Empty Netters Pod. So it's been an incredible week. But my most memorable thing might be Biz at dinner the other night. And for anyone who's maybe a little confused right now, I have never in my life seen a man. You go to dinner and you get an entree, right? You get an appetizer, maybe. You get a salad, maybe. You get an entree.
Soup if it's cold.
Biz got 4 entrees. He got the branzino. He got
3.
the cod. He got the halibut. And he got the salmon.
They always stretch it.
This dude,
swordfish too.
mercury poisoning the next day. I've never seen somebody eat this much fish in my life.
All gills and that.
And in that dinner, we're crying, laughing. And I'd say the jokes on, you being a legit Finding Nemo character, went on for 20 minutes. And then we got to see this picture of Mike Grinnell.
Oh, God.
And this picture of Mike Grinnell, flash it up there right now. Boom. Great edit right there. The pigtails
Speaking of AI,
from the pigtails.
I thought it was AI.
All the water in the world.
That's
gone
the only
from that
time
AI.
I bitched about AI was that photo, and it wasn't AI.
I mean, just looking at your shoulders, your hips are wider than your shoulders, and your
skin tight jeans.
He looked like Mantis from that was once with Barstool.
Yeah, he was bent. That boy bent.
But the worst was Pasha shows it to me, and he's like, "Oh, look at this picture from when we were in Vancouver together." I'm like, "Are you looking at me in that picture? I am disgusting."
That's all I could see.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were like. I thought it was like an Indian fan off of a reservation.
Yeah.
Like somebody who.
Yeah, you looked a little native, and you looked
native.
very chubby, and it was just gross.
And not that there's anything wrong with looking like a lesbian, but I would say I looked like a lesbian in that picture.
Yeah. Ellen DeGeneres would have been all over you.
Yeah, you looked like a lesbian native woman.
I went back and did push-ups till my arms fell. Like I was doing so many push-ups
Oh, the
in my
other
room.
night, yeah.
I texted my boy in Fall River. I'm like, give me the good stuff. Shoot it right into my arm.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah, you need
I need it.
So in order to see that, you have to watch on the YouTube channel if you want to see this photo of
be
Mike. Now
careful.
we're going to pop it up one more time for you people at
No,
home.
look away. Look away.
And now we're going to be getting bitched at.
So
about
it's
the
been
envi-
a
from
it's
the
been a great,
environmentalists.
and I forgot to mention we had a sandbagger with the Duke. It's a 12-hole match. Me and Keith played Biz and the Duke in a scramble, and they had a shot per hole. I don't even know how to describe the Duke. I don't think a lot of you people listening know who he is. You'll learn quickly if you watch maybe one of the most interesting men in the world.
Cartoon.
But that was a lot of fun. So the trip's been great.
And we met him at the Internet Invitational, so I'm
Don't
sure
talk
half
about
of
it.
you refused to watch it because it's not a hockey player and it wasn't your idea, and we're talking about golf. So, yeah, I guess.
But being in LA, getting to the hockey news, we got a bunch of different things to go by here. And I want to mention first, no RA's World this week because of how long this episode is. It gives him a week to get some more things together, and without the Zoom abilities, because we're all together, it's tough. So no RA's World this week. He will be back. But
can I defend myself? It was 3 entrees, and I had a friend.
Sure.
I had a friend joining, so I offered up the halibut to her, or she ended up going with the salmon. And the other one was the branzino, which was I was planning on splitting that with fish, I believe.
no pun
And
intended.
did you
Then
end
you
up?
tried to eat
I
him.
only ate half of it.
I did not have any of that fish.
Half of it was still there.
I had my own salmon.
Well, he was also like this. Like he was
You guys
in
were
prison.
sitting at opposite ends of the table, though.
Hey, all
Who
I needed
does
to
that?
hear was, hey, call the bullpen. I got a phone that rings. You can call me.
I got another piece of fish if anyone needs one. But here in LA, the news was the Kempe re-signing.
Yeah.
We didn't chat about that. You originally, last year, were talking about him being a $10 million player. I was like, what? I don't know. And then the playoffs happened. It was just the first round, but dominant again. And then I joined your side. And then we kind of like, oh, it might be like 11 and a half. It could be 12. And it ends up coming in 10.625. Like,
Unreal.
that is a ridiculous bargain for that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I would put him, especially the fact that like he would easily be the biggest free agent available. I think that somebody
That class stinks now.
that's going to be the worst. I mean, every year is the worst free agency class. I think this one is really going to top it because, as it's a copycat league and people get smarter as things goes on. Now, no good free agents ended up hitting the market, and there's always the one where. I mean, like the Ehlers, like now, like a guy like Ehlers, he comes out of last year where he's like, fuck, somebody's going to give me max years.
Alex
and
Tuck's laughing.
Alex, he's one of the top guys. Like he's getting 9-10 million probably if he wants it somewhere on a 7-year deal.
Yep.
So, I put him in the category of a Mitch Marner. I put him in the category of people might laugh at Rantanen, but I think that Kempe is a 40-goal guy. He's proven that. Every time he plays in playoffs, he's got snarl to his game. He can play 200 feet. He's good defensively, and he's a top line guy on any team. And the market tells me, well, if I would view him more as a playoff threat than Marner from what I've seen, as far as what he can do individually.
Kempe?
So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I've seen him 4 years in a row in the first round.
If the number's 12 for him and we're another half year removed with these guys making the money that they're making. I mean, Nate just got 11, right? I think that Adrian Kempe has proved more from a full body of work than Nate, just no offense to him. So for them to get that many years, the 8 years at 10.65, I think that's a tip of the cap to him for leaving a little bit of money on the table. And especially him knowing that Kopitar is done after this year. Doughty is probably going to, he's obviously not going to be making the money that he's making on this contract. So there's plenty of money available, but he knows it's a team game and he knows that LA has been a good place to him and he gets to settle in here and not have to change scenery. And probably he probably gets the C next. It's going to be him or Byfield. But I think that with what he's older, he's been in the organization. I think Kempe's your guy.
And I think you would know more, but he seems like a guy who, when Kopitar does retire next year, he's not a guy that's going to be afraid to be that guy because he's going to be the number one forward. The talk's going to be about him because you have Kopitar to take that heat away from him a little bit, but he doesn't seem like a guy who's shy about it, and he's going to take those reins.
No, and also the type of temperament where if he doesn't get it, he's not going to care. Like he would probably just be happy being an assistant, and one of those kind of like Nate probably doesn't care that he's the assistant captain of Colorado, right? He's just like, that's not my
Knows
jam.
what he
But
provides.
also a guy who's not going to be a rah guy in the locker room. He's quiet. He goes about his business. And I've said this multiple times, and I just mentioned it. I have a lot of respect for when he came in, especially in the American League for that playoff run. Like, he was an offensive player, very dynamic, where I don't think he was ever expected to have a mean streak and play with that type of snarl to his game. And for somebody to develop that over the years, it's like, wow, you've really come outside your comfort zone to become more of a well-rounded player. And I think he's deserved everything that he's ever gotten. So
Yeah.
good for
Well
them.
said. Yeah, and I think learning from Kopitar.
Yes.
And they kind of seem similar. Like, we interviewed Kempe. He's quiet,
Very quiet.
right? And so maybe similar to Kopitar in a little
Just
bit.
had his first kid, just married. So he's
Good-looking cat.
He's got the world by the balls. Oh, he's fucking handsome.
LA is hosting, and we're an Amazon Prime hockey show. They are hosting the Senators on Monday. LA looks really good now. They're actually, like, I didn't even realize this till I looked. They're 9-2-2 on the road. So at home, they've kind of struggled a little bit. So if you could play that well on the road, though, I'd be very confident that they'll be able to figure it out at home. Ottawa
Kind of like
kind
the
of,
Rangers.
yeah, we'll get into the captain of the Rangers in a minute. But that game, a nice Monday night hockey game. If you want to check it out, tune in, Amazon Prime Monday Night Hockey.
Well, funny you say that, because I feel like Ottawa, who was slow out of the gate, now they're buzzing. They got everything rolling, and even before that, Brady ends up stepping back in the lineup. So it's a credit what Green's done over there. But two teams that might have struggled a little bit out of the gate, who have found their settling. And I mean, some people were critical of the moves that Holland made. But Cody, Ceci, they're a big team, and they're going to be a pain in the ass to play against. Where I know Merles was all over him about being the fraud squad because all they did was win at home last year. What does he think of them now that they win on the road all the time?
He might still stick by his fraud squad comment.
Okay.
Rose is a stubborn human, but I respect the hell out of him.
Is he a stubborn guy?
Oh, he's so stubborn. Stubborn.
Like,
Hits on
give me
18.
an example of some stubbornness.
Like, if he has like a spot at the casino, like, he's going to that spot, he's not going to that spot, he won't go to another spot, and you can't talk him out of it. Once he has his mind set on something, whether it be a restaurant, whether it be the beer he's having that night, it doesn't matter. He is not changing up his ways. That's Merles. That's Merles. And if
Have
you
you
somehow
ever-
get him to change, he'll motherfuck you up and down. And he'll blame everything bad that happens to him on you. That's how Merles runs.
Okay, so that's why he talks to the dealers at the casino the way that he blames them.
Not if they're giving him good cards, but he's a stubborn guy. If he gets bad cards, he's
Their
holding
fault.
his ground.
Have you ever met a more nice person, but then comparatively to blackjack dealers, mean?
No, yeah, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
I would
It's
say he's like, when he's a normal human, not at the casino, not at the blackjack table, he's Mother Teresa, and then he's basically when he's at the
I don't know if we're gonna go with that one. I would say like a bad guy from like a Bond movie or
Okay.
something. But
That's a bad example.
Yeah, probably. I don't
Okay.
think that's necessarily the one we're gonna go with. We can just
We can bleep out.
We could just call him a bad guy.
Not a good guy.
Just call him a bad guy when he's at a casino.
Okay, we'll bleep out what I said, but
Okay.
we'll still keep the.
I think everyone's gonna know who you said. Another big signing, and was it on the show or us in one of the rides here? We were chatting about the captain of your team doesn't always have to be your best player. Like, that is not something that you need to have in your captain.
Yeah.
And Adam Lowry is a good example of that in Winnipeg.
Oh, 5
He was
times
given
5.
the C. He got a 5x5, 5x5.5.
That's the new 6
League
7.
minimum.
6
5.
Oh no,
Five times
it's just 5x5. Sorry,
times five.
but either way, like, this guy is nails. He will fight. He'll run you over. Winnipeg every year is good in the regular season. I was a little surprised that it wasn't Scheifele, right? Like, you thought of different guys when they decided to give the C, and then you kind of hear rumblings or talk to guys in that team. It's pretty evident he's the leader.
Oh, he's.
You like it.
I
Like
love
the
Adam
signing.
Lowry. Yeah, I think, and like, for a guy like that, probably once again left some money on the table and was just like, hey, I'm happy here. I love what the culture that we've built. I think that a lot of people, after they had that year where Paul Maurice took off, and then the Blake Wheeler thing was kind of shaken out, I think a lot of people counted them out, and I think that him and his leadership qualities really helped right that ship very quickly. And I mean, I know we talk about the playoff struggles and maybe the type of playoff team they are, but I mean, every regular season since then, they've fucking dominated, and they're one of the teams that's at the top of the Central, which I think we can all agree it's a hard division. So,
dude, right now the Central is
it's a gauntlet
with how good Chicago has been, and Minnesota now. This Wallstat, we talked last episode, back-to-back shutouts. He's continued to just be incredible.
5-0-2, right?
They beat Carolina at home on what was
Last
that?
night.
Wednesday night.
TNT.
Chicago's played great, and then you got the top 3 teams in Colorado, Dallas, Winnipeg. It's wild to see that there is 5 teams right now from the Central. That if the playoffs started today, we said that would be the case. That would be the division that gets 5. But Winnipeg keeps doing their thing, and I think that Lowry's a big part of that. When he was out injured, it was tough for them. He comes back, he's running around killing people, and he gets $25 million.
And it just a guy like that as a leader just makes the coach's job so much easier. And we actually had Rick Bonus on TNT when we had Winnipeg, and we had Lowry on after a game, and it might have even been in playoffs. And just to see the way that they interacted just tells you everything you need to know about both those guys, but the leadership and the presence that he has for those Winnipeg Jets. So credit to him. And once again, definitely think he left money on the table, what a guy. 5 times 5.
5 times 5.
5 times.
A guy who does not make $5 million, he makes way more than that. Mikko Rantanen. Dangerous play. You see that he runs into Romanov, who's facing the boards. He's going fast. Now, I think what ended up coming out of is that they said Mayfield bumped into him. There was a little collision with Scott Mayfield, but it was such a scary play, right? You see somebody going to the boards that hard and Romanov. I could not believe Patrick Waugh. You got to love playing for a guy who was screaming at Rantanen. Who said that he was yelling like, next game, you won't finish the game? Was somebody joking?
We were with someone who said that. I
believe that was me.
That was you. So did you make that up?
But
I saw that on Twitter.
You also said the Canadian staff.
Wrong about that.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Yep. What do you have to say about
my hit
that?
rate's not great this year. I had a good hit rate last year. This year I'm struggling a bit.
Yeah.
Got to put my hand up.
You
Bruins
made
are
me
in
feel
second
dumb.
place.
You made
I
me
said they'd
feel-
be the worst team in the NHL. I'm not doing good this year, bro.
Hey, that's okay, man. We've all had those kind of runs, eh?
I'll have those.
Yeah,
as
every year for me.
As a D, that is the biggest nightmare of a situation. When you're going back like that, you're facing the glass, and a guy just, even a little shove is so dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that it wasn't on purpose, and he didn't do it on purpose. He was run into, and he only got a fine, right?
I don't even know if
I don't know if he got a fine because the bump was talked about, but it's also why they changed the rule. Why they did where the first
icing.
guy to get to the hash marks, if it's the defenseman or forward, that's when they either wave it off or don't, in order to prevent against those things. But yeah, that's as bad as it gets, because you push the guy and he catches a rut or he goes forward. It's a broken neck. It's a broken leg. It's the type of leg where you all of a sudden look over and it's facing the other way type thing. So brutal.
If you're playing for Patty Waugh, and we all know how he played, and he played with that intensity, especially you don't really see it as a goalie. Do you like if there's a coach out there who didn't play and didn't have the reputation that Patty Waugh had, would you be like, what is he doing?
So there's like this, obviously there's like a quote unquote code, right? It's not very common where the coach should be yelling at a player on the ice. That should be up to the players. And there's actually been situations in the NHL where a coach has gotten lippy with a player, where all of a sudden the coach from the other team sees that and says, I'm meeting you in the fucking hallway. Don't be talking to my fucking players.
Let them play.
Let the players figure it out. In this situation, obviously, like Whit said, I would love having a coach that's fired up. Don't know if it's the coach who should be that fired up as opposed to maybe one guy on the bench. Like, to me, I feel like if Matt Martin's on that bench, he's standing up and he's over the board yelling as Rantanen's leaving the ice. Do they have that type of guy anymore? Like, would maybe Clutterbuck have also been standing up?
Yeah.
But I think that Patty Waugh has one speed, and maybe as much as he's talked about how he's toned it down a little bit from his playing days, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and that's who he is to the core.
If you go back and watch him and Bruce Boudreau that time when Waugh was with the Avs and Boudreau was with the Ducks, that's when you're like,
he's got a quick wick.
That guy has a quick wick. And I think I said to you, Keith, that was Romanov, who has been getting kind of like torched by the Isles fans this year a little bit for his play. If that was Schaefer, I'm pretty sure was on the ice like with a taser that he grabbed and just trying to legit put Rantanen down.
I never even thought of that.
Like if that was Schaefer.
I think everyone from Long Island would have flown there, and it would.
I think Butch Goring would have been in the Stars locker room.
Yeah,
going toe to toe with him.
Yep, 100%.
That's what he's there for.
In news about Schaefer, he is now eligible for the Olympics in Italy. He was put on the list in terms of I think you have to be readily available for drug testing or something like that, where there's a list of guys that are possibilities as being added to the team or being on the team. I don't think at this point it'd be that surprising if he makes it. I think you're gonna if you have him and then Celebrini, maybe Bedard, both of them, all of a sudden you're set up for the next Olympics, and you get guys in a little bit early as opposed to not having any experience and getting them in as their first Olympics in 2030. So I'm not surprised. I don't think anyone is. He just keeps scoring, and it's just incredible to watch that kid. So that's a pretty cool moment where he's like, I think I'll make the team. Oh, now I'm running the power play and I'm getting added to the list for Team Canada.
I would put the chances of it goes up every day. I said Bedard about 20-25%, but I just feel like with every hat trick, another one the other night, and the momentum that he's gaining, I have a strong belief now that Celebrini, Bedard, and Schaefer could all be on the
all
team.
three.
And you could bring 8 defensemen.
What's that?
What's your percentage on all three of them making it?
I would.
Celebrini's 100.
Yeah.
Celebrini's 100. I feel like Schaefer now, just because you get that 8 and like, you know, I trust that they'll probably still bring Colton Parenko, but I'm also saying that like if you're evaluating their play and where they stand and what most people would want, they probably want Schaefer, no?
I think with the 8th D being able to come, you're crazy if you don't bring him.
Yeah.
And we interviewed Drew Doughty without giving too much of it away. We talked about his 2010 Olympics and how, you know, it was his second year in the league, and he went in and Babcock told him, you're the 7th defenseman, but you know, you could move up, who knows? And he moved up. Like if Schaefer went over there and got in the lineup, like I could see that kid all of a sudden playing top 4 minutes. That's how good, that's how fast he is. And it's all about the speed at when it's best on best. We saw that in Four Nations. So him or Bouchard, it's like, what are we talking about here? And I'm an Edmonton guy.
In the way that the season not only started, but you thought maybe they'd get that out of their system, but I still feel like it's, I mean, haven't they given up 5 goals in back-to-back game, the Oil?
Well, they gave up 7 last night. They're horrible.
Oh, wow.
They're truly horrible. And Pasha's like trying to give it to me, and I took it. He's like, are you worried? And I was like, yeah, this is the first time it's like something is so off with this team. It's pathetic.
Going back to the Olympic conversation, and obviously it's going to be ongoing, especially like will Bedard not make it? And with those conversations, we have to have opinions about it. And I went on with the Chicago guys, and they said, you think Bedard's making the Olympic team? And I said, well, like, you look at the depth at center ice, and then after all these comments and they listen to the podcast, now people are saying, I think you're fucking crazy. Chicago fans, I think you're fucking crazy. You're telling me Bedard doesn't deserve, not only can he not, like, they think he can play wing for sure. That's a non-negotiable. They're like, he can play wing over, they drop Mark Stone's name. They think I'm crazy if I don't see Bedard on the wing above Mark Stone, and then Tom Wilson was another name that came up.
Those are...
Where I just, there's a level of delusion with some of these people that they think that, you know, because of the year he's having, all of a sudden that, and they're like, he played wing at World Juniors or even maybe World Championships a few years ago, if that even happened. You can't compare playing in the Olympics on the wing to maybe playing a little bit at World Championship or playing World Juniors on the wing.
It's not even close.
We're talking about a different world. And if you think that if Bedard just all of a sudden moved over to wing, he's a more valuable winger than Tom Wilson, you're out of your fucking mind, buddy. We're talking about a guy who can score 30 goals, run you through the end wall, penalty kill, and he's been in every single situation in any big game you can imagine as a fucking winger, including a guy who is in and out of the lineup, Mark Stone. I know he's dealt with a lot of injury, but if you're playing a gold medal game for Team Canada, I think that he is going into that knowing and having experienced every big game moment a hockey player can have. Mm-hmm. So you really can't compare the two, and don't disparage, if you're a fucking Blackhawks fan, don't disparage Mark Stone and Tom Wilson thinking that because of the year Bedard's had so far, he deserves to play wing above those guys for any fucking reason. Am I crazy?
No, the
Am
only
I
thing
fucking
you didn't.
crazy?
The only thing you left out is for those fans to suck a fart out of your ass.
Suck a fucking
And they're building.
pop a pimple on my back and eat the pus for fuck's sake.
And they're building a team to win an
I know.
Olympic gold. They're
Gross.
it's not an all-star team. It's not who's playing the best at this time. It's who's going to help us win a gold medal. Like you said, Mark Stone, he's proven it. He can play on your first line. He can play on the fourth line. A guy, Tom Wilson, who you said it last year, or for the Four Nations, he should have been on that team. I couldn't agree more. If I was on Team USA, I would much rather play against Bedard than Tom Wilson. So it's like you're building a team to win. You can't have every guy being a top line guy because there's 4 lines at the end of the day. So
Yeah, and Tuesday night was pretty special though, in Bedard and Celebrini both getting hat tricks. It's awesome, and the Celebrini stat that came out after that, he has 30 points in his team's first 20 games of the season. The only other people to do that as teenagers were Wayne Gretzky and Sidney Crosby. It's like, all right, it keeps getting a little crazier. Now Lemieux did it in 20 games as a teenager, but he had missed 7 games. So it wasn't the first 20 games of the year for the team. I still think that counts.
Right.
So either way, all right, so you added Mario to a list with Sid and Gretzky for Celebrini. And then what was cool is after, they finally had their player of the game award come in. And every team, some teams have the fire hats or whatever. They had an enormous shark tooth necklace that goes around. You have to do the interview shirtless. Ryan Reeves made that rule.
Correct.
So Celebrini comes out with the big necklace around. He's got no shirt on, and he said, "Yeah, this is Revo making me do this." So kind of nice. Revo's bringing that along. Now Revo knows he's got the body to show off to the camera.
Yep.
I would say if I somehow get a player of the game, I don't care. You guys could send me down to the minors. I'd rather that than have no shirt on in front of the camera.
And he's trying to hook up Celebrini and Smith with like runway models.
Yeah, I don't know how much help those guys need with that.
Well, I think they're going to level up doing shirtless.
Okay.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
That won't hurt them.
And apparently at the Bedard hat trick game, Don Sweeney was there. So
I hope he makes the fucking team.
I know.
I'm just saying, like, I've talked to people that I trust their opinion way above mine. I said, what do you think the percentage is? And they're saying 20 to 25%. I mean, with a few injuries here and there, sure. You could bring them as that extra. But as I said, if Mark Stone and Tom Wilson are healthy, I just simply don't see him starting the tournament on the wing as opposed to those guys because you think that he's more skilled than they are. Like, I just don't.
You got enough skill.
That's it.
You got enough skill on that team.
And like right now, do you have Suzuki playing center ice position ahead of Connor Bedard at the Olympics?
Yeah, I would.
If it's third line, yeah, for sure. Because it's not. Would it be fourth line? Because it's Crosby, McDavid, McKinnon. Unless you put one of those guys on the wing.
And
but,
if you do, I mean, Scheifele, he plays center, correct?
I have no idea. I think so.
I'm pretty sure Scheifele's a centerman.
Yeah.
He in the case of the Olympics would probably have to play wing. But I would trust him more in that center role. I feel like he's a guy who might have even gotten snubbed off that team and then has had another amazing start to where I think that Scheifele's my guy before I'm putting Bedard in at center ice.
Yeah.
I think if you're a Chicago fan, just be happy that he's put on this show this early this year to be in the conversation to be on the team, and props to him for doing it. And he's going to be on plenty of more Olympic teams if he's not on this one, which he's making a case that he
I do respect the fan base though for really wanting their guy on Team Canada.
They're going full
I think
Patty
that's
Waugh.
cool that they're going full on tilt. Merle's at the casino, like, I'm getting Bedard on Team Canada. But you're right. Just to see this step, and we've all eaten our words based on last year. Like, if I'm a fan of the Blackhawks, I'm like, we got a superstar.
You're Dick riding
we
hard.
got a superstar. The random injuries that are going on, guys. The Jack Hughes one you thought would be the craziest we hear involving off ice injuries, and then the Luosterainen news comes. I apparently he was burnt at a barbecue accident on the grill. It's like, I don't know what the hell happened. Feel horrible for the guy.
I think what somebody said was like the propane was leaking a little bit, and then you ignite, and then.
No shit. That's what happened?
That's the rumor mill. I'm batting as good as
tell
G.
You that one?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, G cooked that one up in his brain. But burns are horrendous. I mean, I'm sure as when you guys are playing your pro career, at some point you went to like a burn unit at a hospital.
Oh, horrible.
And just the horrible and
the
these
process
nurses
of getting back.
Yeah, and what? Yeah, so
It was good news. He didn't stay the night in the hospital, so that's like a very good thing when it comes to burns. But it'll all come down to how, like, if he's able to have his gear on and stuff. So I don't know where the burns happened. Thank God. I mean, that could have been worse. If that is what happened, dude, that thing can blow up in your face. So scary and just weird. Like after the Jack Hughes one at Chicago Cut, the fact that it's called Chicago Cut, we've talked about that. And Pasha had a good point. He's like, there's no better time than Uber Eats to come in and get like, I want to do a sponsorship deal with the NHL. Like, guys, stop trying to cook for yourselves or cut your own meat up. Just order fish like Biz and just use your fork the entire time. But that was crazy. The Panthers and the Rangers released the uniforms. We said that quickly, and I think the Panthers ones are sick. It goes back to their 93-94 year, I think. Their like first jersey, which I kind of like more than their ones now. And they got the stripes in I think the socks or maybe the jersey, but it's a good look. Now, and then the Rangers come out, and I saw the Rangers with the JT Miller picture. This picture next to G's picture, I don't know which one's worse. He looks like he's being forced to take this picture.
That's why he took that picture before he went out for that shift. He was so disgusted. It was during the game.
Yeah. The shift, guys. What the hell was that?
Controller
What
died.
the hell was that shift? It looked very, very bizarre to see like the captain literally just be like, the controller died. That's exactly what happened. But it was a little battle on the wall, and he's like, oh, whatever. And then he's just moseying back, and they score. It was like, what the hell's going on here?
They turned it over at the far blue also for it to come back.
That's how that play started?
How it started and came back to his end. And, maybe if you watch the clip again, maybe it was Zibanejad who fumbled it and he actually made the good play. But either way, it was turned over at the far blue. And some frustration from, and you know what, man, like we've seen some instances of bad body language, whether it was him battling with Petey or teammates on the bench in Vancouver, and he runs hot. Don't know what made him kind of shut it all down there, but it's just a tough look when you're the captain of the team and that happens, right? How do you feel about it?
The only thing is, I don't think he would have been able to catch the guy. I don't think he would have had anything to do with helping him get or not score. But it just looks so
body
bad.
language matters.
It's just like if he does 2 hard strides, which I'm sure looking back, he'd be like, okay, just throw the charity 2 strides at it. But yeah, it definitely wasn't a good look. But he's also one of those guys too. He'll go out the next game and give it. So,
and also it's like that's something where he could be so disgusted about his turnover or like not getting that puck on the wall. So it's more just like, I'm not going to catch him. I'm so mad right now.
Yeah.
It looks horrific. But I do think that we all, at least I do, I owe an apology probably to Elias Pettersson. And that's like been kind of the thing you see online that Vancouver picked the right guy. But in terms of his game, he's leading the league in block shots for forwards, or maybe the entire league. That was as of the other day. He's lighting it up the past few games offensively. He's looked really good, and we kind of wrote him off a little bit and talked about maybe never getting that 100-point Pettersson player back, but he's looked awesome. So as a podcast who's given him a hard time, I think we should at least speak up and say right now it's been pretty impressive.
I repeatedly said there was little to no dog in him. He was coming to the rink. It seemed like his life was miserable, even after signing that big ticket. And yeah, maybe that partly did have to do with the battle going on internally in that locker room. But even with the lack of offense and guys surrounding him, and that's no disrespect to the guys they have, I think he has not been the same player since Horvat left, and they're obviously not as good as they were the year that they went to the second round with Talk. But he's doing all the little intangibles. And even at the start of the year when he wasn't getting points, I made sure to say, like, this guy's laying out and blocking multiple shots and shifts to try to help close games out, even when he's not on the score sheet. So I don't know if with a few more skill guys around him, he can get back to that 100-point mark. But I think what his game's saying now is he can be a point per game player and get it done at both ends of the ice and be that, live up to that money that he's making. That's it, right? 11 and a half.
And Bo Horvat is lighting it up, by the way. Like, he's having a sick season right now for the Islanders. But I think we had a little Rangers talk. I meant to throw it over to Avery before. I do want to remind everyone, we made an enormous mistake where we kind of discussed so many different things. We forgot to talk about Larry Brooks. So we have a video sent from Avery after with his favorite Larry Brooks story. So when you don't hear that in the interview, at least know we do have him discussing Larry Brooks and and his relationship with him. So right now, Sean Avery. This episode of Spittin Chiclets is brought to you by Body Armor, the official sports drink of the NHL. Such an incredible drink. Body Armor has great tasting flavors like strawberry banana and peach mango with no colors from artificial sources in a bold new look with the same great taste, and now available in Canada. We're still pushing the Canada thing. Apparently it's been there forever, but it is available in Canada. So whether you're hitting the ice, the gym, or just need something refreshing, grab Body Armor today at Walmart or a local grocery store near you. And for our friends up north, you can also grab Body Armor at your local Sobeys. Body Armor. Choose better. Guys, let's take a quick break and we want to talk about game time. There's nothing like the start of hockey season, the first blast of cold air as you walk into the arena, and the roar of the crowd after a big hit or a breakaway goal. It's electric, but getting there, it's a pain in the butt. Everyone knows it. Queues, price jumps, getting logged out mid-click. All you want to do is be there, beer in hand, losing your voice with the entire crowd. The Game Time app gives the advantage back to the fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can trust you'll get 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. Right now, this weekend in Worcester, Massachusetts, the Greensboro Gargoyles are playing $20 on Game Time. If you want to go see a great East Coast Hockey League team play Worcester, head on down and use Game Time to get your tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Chiclets for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, use code Chiclets, CHICLETS, for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today.
We don't even need to do a fancy intro, do we, for this guy?
No.
Everyone he's a regular now.
I don't think so. And we got the pointer here, and everyone knows now by watching, we got Sean Avery. Yeah. And having the pointer, like, to see you do your breakdowns, you're pointing out guys lazy on the back check, and to have you holding it here, this is like, feels very official now.
It's like seeing Picasso with his fucking markers.
Yeah. Bob Ross with his paintbrush. It's a lot thicker than I envisioned. Not usually the language that I get, but it looks thicker in person. Yeah.
By the way, Pasha just showed me that ad you did with his girlfriend.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
How was I? How was my acting?
You were great. She was great.
She's stunning, isn't she?
Beautiful.
How did Pasha get that?
Aren't his parents rich?
No,
his parents
no.
are loaded.
Can I tell you something? What a man Pasha.
I know, he is.
He directed. She was rubbing your chest.
Well, I don't even believe they'd been on a date at that point. So
that's why Pasha's dating her now. He was jealous of her rubbing biz.
We had one date.
One
date, and then he talked her into doing that, and then obviously he can trust her with one of his closest friends, and we kept it professional. And I might have been half hard, but I might have been half hard the whole time.
You leave for a bit. I want to hear the real story.
Let's just say the product is working, but
wait till dinner, guys. I'll tell you what really happened.
But hey, he put that whole thing together, Pasha.
It was really, really high level.
He's the best.
It was great. Why didn't Felix keep it going and you would use a new girl each month and roll it into
I think
he fell in love.
I think Rose Swipes and Pills came in and they swooped in. So they got cock blocked.
No
pun intended.
Yeah, well, that's the pen I hit from Aves. That's the creativity coming up.
Wait, Jan said that. Did you start dating someone around that time?
No. I've been on waivers for about 3 years now.
Did you do that
the girl
while
who
dating?
took my dog. I just asked Jans about it. She took the dog.
Gets every dog he ever owned taken by girls.
Yoink.
Bad.
It's kind of nice.
Good
karma.
But I still
keeps him as his screensaver though, so it's like that's how he gets.
The dog. So I'm still close with my exes. Like there's never any animosity. And he's the best, Lloyd, and I get to go see him like once every couple weeks. Like I just did the other day.
Every other Sunday.
He goes fucking.
Oh wow! When you pull into
you get to pick him up from school.
I get 1 hour visit, hey?
And it's supervised with a dog trainer.
There's other dogs. Caesar's there.
Caesar.
Didn't he get in trouble?
Yeah, he got canceled.
For what?
I don't know. Fuck.
He only worked with white dogs.
Real. His dog wasn't real. It was robotic. It was all a sham. But we're not here to talk about and
my pointers on.
We're here to talk about what he wants to talk about.
I would like to. You've been in LA for how many days?
I just got here yesterday.
Okay. Are you on Raya? Are there dates? Are you doing California dates on Raya?
Does the sun come up in the
California
morning?
is, I would say, the mecca of Raya.
Really?
Well,
It
you're
is.
not on it?
No, I'm not on it. Of course not. But
You
tell
probably
me,
have an easier job or easier time maybe lining up dates with attractive.
I would never be on one of those.
Okay.
Like and like that's like a
You like the chase.
well, you would just like to approach a woman and speak to her. I it's like what
That's a
happened
big
to
problem
that?
nowadays.
Well,
apparently.
I still do that. But
No. We were talking about this.
You
Like,
know,
when was the last time you met a girl out?
yeah, but that's the thing is like if I go
not going
out,
out.
there would be
Not
a
going out.
Buddy, last time we went out together was at Chicago at the fucking steakhouse, and then one of them dragged me out. That's an in-person meeting. But I don't go out. I go to fucking Houston's. That's it. I have no social life. I don't go to bars. I don't go to clubs. I don't drink anymore.
right?
But
you don't have to meet a woman drunk.
no, right? Like maybe I'll start doing Pilates classes. We should go tomorrow. You mentioned that you go
Silver
every morning.
Springs.
Is that where you
You'll-
tend to? Yeah.
You'll meet somebody in there.
Okay.
Really.
Yeah.
You like those workouts?
So I've started mixing in a little bit of mat Pilates, not on the reformers.
Okay, that's what I was gonna
Yeah,
say.
no.
Reformers kind of suck.
I'm not. They do.
They suck.
Well, it's
Yeah.
all like tiny movements on the reformers, right?
Ours is hot. It's a hot room.
Oh,
Hot Pilates.
So is it you're in a plank position a lot with
A
weights
lot
on
of
your ankle?
planks. Put a. You remember those bands?
Oh yeah.
Put a band.
Whit was doing them this morning.
Yeah, I got the bands going.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love the
bands.
knees.
I love it. Oh, yeah, this one's a little different exercise. I got the ball going over the head while I extend one foot out with the band around the feet. You know, just trying to get that core in a little bit.
You guys
Or
would
your
love.
what's this here? Your TFL slash
So
like your yeah.
L5S1.
No, not
Your hip
L5S1.
flexor.
Hip flexors. Like it's good to get them strengthened.
Yeah, actually, the girl that owns the Pilates studio, Silver Springs, she's from Toronto. It is incredible. You're gasping for air. It's so hot.
What's
there.
that? What's that a class out here? Probably pretty pricey.
I pay the unlimited, so
Okay.
it's like
Monthly fee.
yeah, $400 a month. I think. Is
What
that
do you make?
expensive?
What do you make of this? I went to a place in Vancouver this summer. It was a workout class. I bought a 10-pack.
Yeah,
Guess how much time I got to use it? Like how what's the expiry date on a 10-pack?
well, it should be at least 6 months. Was it
1 month.
1 month?
What do you think of that, Sean?
But he
Did
tried to
you-
get a refund.
Well,
no,
I think
no.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
No,
Yeah.
no, what happened was I bought a 10-pack, okay?
Let's-
So I ended up, I went a couple like solos last summer, and then I bought the 10-pack at the end of last summer. So I think I might have used like 3 or 4 of them.
it's egregious.
So I called and then like tried to transfer it over. But long story short, I got back and I was like, oh, I think I still had 6 left. And they're like, oh no, like they expire after a month.
Was this in person?
Yeah. So I was kind of like in shock. So I didn't really have a rebuttal.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but you bought it
just-
at the end when you weren't going to be back for months anyway.
But I was at the
Milk
cash
stays
register and it wasn't all making sense. So she was telling me the number to charge and I'm signing out. And then by the end of it, she's like, oh yeah, like you have like a month to use it. And I was like, oh. And I'd already been up there so long and it was all processing that I finally ended up just being like, oh my God, like that.
Well, let's say the name. Is it a chain?
No, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, blast them.
You don't want to.
No.
It's not necessarily a bad thing, but like
You could
Yeah.
help them.
Well, I just wanted to know what you would have said if you were at
You would have the
register.
pointer right in their face. You got to put your finger on the cash register and change
Let's say I'm
this.
the lady. I'm saying, no, Sean, it's a month.
I think I'd say okay. All right. I would recommend maybe rethinking this policy right now.
You're gonna be
Because
on
you know
every
that's
cameo I do.
He's outside.
that's the beauty of social media now is like, everybody has a voice, sort of, right? Just say who it is.
No,
You don't want to.
no, it was more about what you would have done in the moment because you're a silly bastard.
A guy took my parking spot at Starbucks just now. Did you see?
I thought you knew the guy, but he got out. First you were talking out the window, and then you got out, and I was like, is that his buddy, or is he in like a Sean Avery beef right now?
So it doesn't. What are the chances? Yeah, the guy took my spot. I mean,
100%.
it was so blatant, and
like you
guy
had the
that
blinker
left-
on.
You were trying to back into it.
I was in. It's a small, tight parking lot. Anyways, the funny thing is, the guy that came out of the spot that was open, he drove by me, and he was just like, "I deal with them every day." I said, yeah, no, I'm going to be a bigger man on this one. And I just kind of laughed at him. I said, brother. And he just looked at me, and then I just had a good chuckle to myself.
Do you think
so you're growing up?
Hey, wow.
People are crazy.
If you were still living in New York, that would have been a different situation.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm too early. I saw a video. Did you see I reposted a video of this guy? He's in Canada where he throws things at cars that are speeding in a school zone.
I think that's fake, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, the one you just posted today where it's
like
a school
plate of
zone.
spaghetti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't know if it's fake.
How hasn't he got murked?
Well, that's what I thought, because the only person, there's a handful of people that would be that insane in the world to do it. I should have got in on that earlier. I was too early on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
The bike lanes thing, because now it's hot. I could come out of retirement and really blow it up, though.
Let's make sure Sean gets credit for being the OG.
You kind of
You're the OG.
Never wrong, just early.
I was never wrong, just early. Never wrong, just early.
So do you think there's a possibility this guy didn't see you doing that and he was just completely zoned out? Okay.
Yes, because there's a lot of trust fund kids out here. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you don't have to think about surviving, life becomes like an interesting place where you just bounce around. It's like a world of Jello. And he's a Jello guy. He's a Jello guy.
So
hey, I need your opinion on what you do. The situation I had yesterday at the airport.
Yeah.
So I'm in the little, it's like the Hudson News or whatever.
Yep. Which, by the way, you know what I just found out? If you want your book in a Hudson News, you have to pay Hudson News.
It's big time. It's big time to get in those. You know what I was looking? They had a couple. It was a story kind of like your book, but it was the girl started dating the quarterback, and she does the social media. And this same author had 3 different books, so obviously that genre is big. But I'm sitting in there and it's all self-checkout now, which people don't like. I happen to love self-checkout. I think I'm as fast as anyone in the world at self-checkout. You don't have to deal with a slow idiot person
that ruins
working
my
there.
day.
You hate self-checkout. Yeah, because your brain's not firing.
In the world.
Just hire a fucking worker, please.
I mean, we just saw him read the
I want to say hi to a person. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, but I want to get out of there quick. So either way, I got Twizzlers, I got Cheez-Its, and I got pistachios and 2 giant waters. Shout out Body Armor being sold there. And as I'm checking out, now there is one girl that works in there. Basically, if your self-checkout's breaking, like she's there to help and she's kind of just standing around.
The manager.
She was 5'1". She weighed 84 pounds. She looked like she was 20 years old. And I hear a guy with an Australian accent, and he's like kind of giving it to her about the price of tissue paper, the individual packs. And I'm like checking out, and he's like, this is ridiculous. And I can't do the Australian accent, but he's like, how is it this expensive? Like, this is unbelievable. What a joke. And he kept going on and on and on, enough to where I pay, do the no receipt every time. And I turn around and I said, hey, she doesn't make the price.
Oh, you said that?
Yeah,
nice.
because it was egregious. Like, it wasn't just like, hey, I can't believe the price of this. It was like, this is like 2 minutes. He's like, and she's like staring at him like this. And he's like, you got a fucking problem? And I was kind of like, whoa, man. I was like, nah, man, I don't. Like, I totally was like, yeah, I kind of did have a problem, but now I don't.
If you do, I don't.
And I was just like, no, I don't.
I would
but
fucking pay mega bucks
I
to
was
get
like,
this.
no,
we gotta call Logan
I
Airport.
said I don't, but like she doesn't decide how much that Kleenex costs. And I kind of turned and walked away. Like, I was like, I don't want to get my shit pumped in.
Yeah.
Like,
Please don't be on the LA flight.
For
Please
you, like,
have a
when
neck
he
like
stepped
mine.
back at you and your jujitsu, like, you're probably like not going anywhere the way I went.
Well, no. I think you handled it well. I mean,
Are you nervous about like a knife or a gun? Or
I just don't.
Airport, though.
I don't want to fight anybody in a fucking airport. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I want it all to burn down. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
yeah.
doesn't really matter. But how
he
did you
snapped-
feel after?
I felt like a little like, wow, that guy just kind of like totally like owned me. But I knew I had done the right thing and like sticking up for this girl who's getting abused when she's just like trying to fix when like the receipt won't print and somebody asked.
I thought you were going to turn
Yeah, I
around.
did make the prices.
Well, what would you have done, Biz?
No, I thought you were going to turn
Bought an
around
Irish
and just
chef.
say, "Hey, sir, I'll pay for it," and like completely diffuse it because it's probably what $2 for what he was.
No,
buying.
he had bought it.
Go in the bathroom and
bought
take
it.
some
Oh,
tissues
you'd already-
if you're that worried about
Yeah,
the price.
and you're talking about like a small pack of
Yeah,
Kleenex.
they got about eight of them in there, and he'd bought it, and he couldn't get over the price he had to pay
Maybe
to
in
buy
Australia it's something that's such a low cost, but I probably would have done exactly what you did. I would have just, when he kind of barked back though, that's the problem though, is sometimes that's when I amplify.
it. See, I got.
Well, I'll be like,
know.
I'll be like, yeah, I got a fucking problem. You're giving it to the girl like she sets the fucking prices. That's how I would have said.
So
it.
you
Got his
lean
Louis
in.
bag. He's like,
I was like, yeah. I was like, hold on, my wife's calling. Nice meeting you, dude.
Yeah, that's dangerous waters for you, Biz.
that's-
If he leans in that hard,
So-
you're not.
So
going.
after getting boot
You're
fucked by
stepping.
the Irish Travelers, like that is a moment where I'm like, you got to be careful because like especially in Arizona, like guns, knives, like it's open season there
Right.
anywhere in the States, right? But it kind of sparked me to go back to, you were talking about the bike lane. When you were in NYC, I think after you're done playing, you got in a street fight. Somebody recorded it. I've watched this. How
Yeah.
did that one go down? And so are you saying the Sean now you would have diffused that and there would have been never been a scrap?
Yeah, of course, but it mirrors the first chapter of the book. Shout out Summer Skate. I was in front of Prince Street Pizza. Shout out Lawrence Longo, Prince Street Pizza.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He would go to the Bruckheimer tournaments and wreak havoc.
Yeah.
He would be like spearing NHL guys to try to win the Bruckheimer to the point where like the players are mad at him. Like,
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
not
no.
there to make friends.
He went hard. One of the greatest Mississauga reps of all time.
Yeah.
Growing up. No, listen, what were we talking
The
about?
Your fight.
Oh, the
outside
fight.
of
It was in
pizza.
front of the pizza place. Two guys walked by. Three guys actually walked by. They took a shot or said something about Hillary and how hot she was. And
Low class move.
yeah. And I don't know. It was the summertime. I was like, probably the season was about to start and I was ready to go. I told Hill to go home and then I fought three guys in the street. But yeah, you can watch it. It's on YouTube. And I fought three guys for real. Like one of the guys got me good. It's who wants to do that?
no.
You know?
And you
That's a
think
young man's
jiu-jitsu
game.
has definitely had something to do with your not temper, but more like the way you're kind of approaching life.
I'm playing in the Ranger alumni game this year. I have to put skates on. I haven't skated and
You'll still fly out there.
I'll
Are
be
you
fine.
announcing your comeback?
No.
Oh.
Gargoyles.
But if Prusty or who knows who somebody wants to
Darius, he's the worst at those.
is Casper
Rader.
bad?
He'll run.
We did one. It was Rangers Islanders, and he fucking buried. It was they had regular, not NHL guys playing. Like they must have won through a sponsor.
Oh,
he
no.
blew up like three guys.
Oh,
like a
no.
businessman.
Yeah.
guys. I was like, oh, they might have even been like,
agent.
might have been like, whatever whoever sponsored the whole
They
thing.
won a contest or something.
Yeah, and he was blowing people.
He wanted to give him the real
Yeah,
experience.
cross-checking in front of the net. One time he cross-checked the guy in front of the net as the shot came. So, like you fall into it. It was bad.
Well, you were just in Michigan at the Detroit Red
Yes.
Wings 100th anniversary. It was incredible. But I only reason thought of this is you were with Chris Draper. The best alumni moment of all time is when Drapes and Gary Roberts were almost fought.
Yeah.
And it was at the big
outdoor
house
game.
too, I
Outdoor
think.
game,
The
yeah.
outdoor game. Yeah. Well, Drapes just got his hips redone. So I said to him, listen, you're compromised right now. Like if I take 2 hard steps and drop my shoulder and you're going to be in trouble. He said, no, I still got it. I still got it. And he was dead serious.
So in this game that you're playing,
Some
who are
guys
you
just
playing
can't
against
turn.
We're
again?
playing red and whites, yeah. So we're playing, it's Rangers against Rangers.
Oh, okay. So
So there's not going to be any, but what I was saying is if Prusty wants to, and I love Prusty, if he wants to fuck around, my hockey fighting has totally changed because I can choke you with your jersey. So I might loop choke you, which is basically pull the outside of your jersey and wrap it around your neck and then hook my hands together and just squeeze the life out of you,
go to sleep.
which is a very,
It's a classy way to put
Dana
someone
White's
to sleep.
calling you right after.
it's fully functional. You can do it and you can do it quick. And it's not, you don't have to be a black belt to know how to do that. You can.
I think Sean Thornton did it to Clutterbuck
Oh yeah.
in a game. Yeah, you could.
Was it
put
not
up.
Orpik?
No,
Oh, no, that was something
Clutterbuck.
different?
And he put him in that same, because he does all that shit too. And
Oh,
he
really?
Put him in a sleeper, and he Thordy was saying, he was like, I can't breathe. And the refs were like, dude, please let go of him. You're gonna.
Who
kill
was
him.
doing that when you were playing? Anybody?
Nobody. And by the way, what does the rules say about that?
I know. I wonder actually if that, but it's a fight. So
It's a fight.
You then really now.
It's legal, Whit.
Yeah, there's nothing in a fight. What can't you do?
Oh God! Could you imagine the
can't
blow up?
elbow?
Headbutt.
Can't elbow.
Could you
Can't
imagine the
headbutt.
blow up if you saw a guy choke a guy out in today's NHL doing that?
Or like tapping out. At
I think
center
people
ice
would be like,
hilarious.
wow, that was insane.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it
But
would
you
make
can't do anything
it would
about
be
it.
the most talked about thing for a few days, but I think that it would really spark up the conversation of the haters.
Well,
of fighting.
Bieksa had a little bit UFC with that jump punch he'd throw.
Yep.
Yep.
That changed it a little bit. I hadn't seen that before.
Yep. Now,
Um,
the problem with it is when you get into the judo style stuff where guys can hit their head. So a judo throw is like get under the guy's hips a little bit, and then you can slam them.
Yeah, there was a guy who did it in playoffs last
Right.
year, Chatfield.
Yeah.
Chatfield.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that was dangerous as
Dirty.
shit.
Dirty.
I don't like
Because it's almost like a slew foot a little bit.
It's
sure.
very much like a slew
That was
foot.
a hip toss, right?
So if you-
Mine is just simple, gentle. We're standing. I got choked out 2 weeks ago in class by a blue belt.
And you didn't tap out?
I said, you know what? It's funny we do this. Like,
was his name Hillary?
Embrace the warm waters. You know, like you got to get out of danger sometimes. So I sat into it. I go, oh, this is kind of okay. It's getting a little warm. You know, I'm cool. And then the next thing I knew, I woke up and they go, everyone's like staring at me, and they pick your legs up over you get the blood flowing. And I was snoring with my eyes open. And you know, the good thing about it, and one of the guys said, you got a good soul. I go, the whole time all I was thinking about was trying to get Nash World Series tickets. And it felt like an eternity. Felt like an hour.
So the feeling
And it was seconds.
The feeling when you would give it this one, you just didn't do that.
I
went
just
through it.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You want to experience it.
Were you,
I didn't
fighting it. Like,
I wasn't fighting it,
just
and I
embraced
was
it.
just like, okay, I'm okay. But with the carotid, like once it just goes, it goes so fast. So that's what I'm saying. If I fought a guy now, I would immediately try and get a hand in on his jersey so that my arm was across his neck.
So you'd have to get behind him.
No. Right in from forward, you're facing me. I just get my sleeve in, my hand, I get your sleeve, I wrap it, and now I've got something to choke you with.
But what about while they're teeing off as you're reaching? Like you'd almost have to be dodging.
You know, because you're so tight. You're gonna
Oh yeah, if you're pulling them in.
Rapid
Yes.
punches.
Bashir did the old bang the back of the head. Now I could also
They're gonna have to make another rule for you.
Well, that's what I'm getting to. Is think about what we would do if that happened.
They'd be
What would
blaming
you do?
There'd be issues. I mean, we're leading off Chiclets that week with it. Put it that way. If that happens,
And you guys are saying that's not okay.
I think it's okay. It's a fight. I think
that at that point, I would say, wow, Sean Avery's out of his mind and he taught this guy or mentioned it and they followed his advice. Now let's start the rule.
Let's start it.
Kind of like it was like crazy to see you and Broder's face the way you were.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it happened. But I'm okay with them saying, like, I can't believe that guy thought of that and he did it in a game and here we are, but there's a rule now.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, Detroit Alumni Weekend.
Yes.
It was incredible. It was incredible. And one story in particular that stuck with me. Do you know, Chelly's just sitting beside me in the sauna. We're in the Motor City Casino. It's like, I don't know, it's in the morning. Okay. And he's like wiping sweat off his forehead. He goes, you know, Gary Bettman got me fired from ESPN. I said, no, I didn't know that. What do you mean? He goes, yeah, I'm going to Toronto for Hall of Fame. And I guess he had just found this out. He had just sort of uncovered this information. Now, we remember Chelly and the whole thing with Bettman during
He
the
put a
lockout.
bounty on his head.
He said maybe his family should look over their shoulder. It was something.
It was something over the line, I think.
right?
It was a wild thing to say.
Yeah, it was very wild.
Where do you sit on that one?
Wow. Different time, different era.
Time.
There's no Twitter then.
No. But I said, so hold on a second. Gary, why is he allowing you to go and work for TNT? He said he doesn't have his thumb on TNT as much as he does ESPN. That was good. That was a, you know.
No, I'm saying is that probably makes sense is the fact I still have a job.
Yes.
Interesting.
I don't know. I
feel like he really likes you though.
He must at this point.
But just in a sense of like,
I think
I called him Kim Jong Bettman. I mean, I guess like saying something about the family during the lockout's not like that's probably worse.
Right.
But
you've had some things, you've said some things.
Yeah, I say silly shit, but maybe he understands it's a little bit more lighthearted than you should probably get some more security for your family.
Well, and also you're good for the game and
so is he.
No, of course.
Yeah,
I'm saying
he's the best.
Yeah, no, of course. But don't you think that? So that's very interesting. I think
I never heard that. I don't know that. And like even just a comment with TNT, like I don't know, dude. I just I jump on the Zoom calls for 1 hour a week to go over the show, and I show up. I ain't doing the high level stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised though if at both ESPN and TNT, Bettman almost has to somewhat approve who's on there. Like when Biz got hired by TNT, I bet you it got across his desk.
For sure.
And then it's dependent on how much the network wants to fight.
Yes.
If he doesn't agree necessarily.
I think Witt nailed it.
And you know, like,
did he know why he fired him or got him fired?
Let's get into that.
Well,
the
he
family
wanted
was
to
threatened.
Jesus Christ, yeah. sorry.
But no, because
that was
24.
Yeah.
But they'd already hired him. So
right.
He had already done a year.
Yeah, that's true.
2 years?
He had done 1 year at TNT, then he went to ESPN, and then when the ESPN year was up, ESPN didn't renew him, and now he's back at TNT.
Okay.
And I think they wanted Oshie. They wanted TJ Oshie to start.
Why does he think that, or how did he find out or know that happened? Like, I don't know the story.
He wouldn't tell me, but I knew he was so adamant about it that and I think he needed to talk to someone about it or maybe bounce the idea off, because he said, I'm going to Toronto for the Hall of Fame stuff and I want to talk to him about this.
Yeah.
And I said, no, Chelly, I don't, I'm sure it's not that, and it's a better spot for you. He's going to have more fun with you.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like I said, that story, I have no clue, but he's awesome. And he just like, he'll keep getting like the more and more you get more stories out of him. And like, I think it's hard for some guys to be extremely critical, but I feel like he's brought some points up where it's like, damn, yeah, like that's a Hall of Fame defenseman speaking on this guy out of position here. So it's nice to get his credibility, right? So I think he's awesome, and I think he should be there more.
I agree. And I want to talk about Bedard. Have you turned the season around for him? I mean, have we discussed?
We talked at dinner last night about this, and we have on the pod that like,
are you the guy that changed Connor Bedard's game? Are you the guy that sent him to the drawing board and said, I've got to change and I need to man up?
So I would say that like I usually wait to hear a lot of different opinions and what people might be seeing before I kind of give my own. Like some stuff is obviously silly and like nonsense. And like what I said on TNT, I was speaking from the heart. And I would imagine that people close to him and just even him in general would have eventually figured that out. I just thought that like, it's hard though, because like, I felt like, do you think that Sid had a hard time with certain things about making that jump, regardless of the success he was having? Like, I feel like the way he spoke to refs, like they brought Recchi around, right?
Oh, that was, Sid would tell you himself,
right?
Like his first year, the way he talked to refs, maybe like whining a little bit with line mates, like he quickly grew up.
Correct.
Now, and Sid didn't have the Twitter and the internet his rookie year.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't the same. So when people say, and even when McDavid and Matthews came, it wasn't even like it is now. So Bedard actually had it worse in terms of like eyeballs and watching every little movement that any up and coming generational player had.
Yes.
And when you went at him, it was all very, you were trying to help him from the heart, and it was pretty obvious of some of the issues.
That's what I think if I was a modern day coach and my best player was doing that and it was happening a lot, I would have snapped in a video session saying, you're fucking playing pond hockey out there.
But the coach could have been scared.
Right. I don't know what the coach is saying. I'm just saying, well, I've been watching this for a full game on TV. I got to call it out. And it wasn't just it
was the accumulation of a full season.
Yes. And trying a seam pass, getting it picked off, and then turning around and smacking your stick on the glass. Like, yes, when I was in my immature days, there was times that like I would have done that. And I just think that the amount, how bad he wanted it with maybe the pressure of it all and maybe habits and going from getting 160 to 200 points in junior where, oh, you make a bad play, I'll just fucking literally go grab the puck and make something happen next shift and get it back. And he was also suffering from burnout because he's one of those kids that didn't have an escape. So I think that he just probably went back to the drawing board with his trainers this summer. I think that Blash and him and the organization probably had a good conversation, and I credit him so much for the turnaround in the short period of time. And he put the work in, and I could never fault somebody for wanting it so bad that was the result of it. I feel like, once again, Sid, maybe not to that degree of struggle.
And Sid got 100 points.
That's the thing. Like, Sid dominated, but was still showing some of those signs. And I don't think that there was necessarily an issue with him back checking and competing.
No. But when you asked Biz there, do you think it was you that switched? That's what made it go. And I'm not saying it was you, but that did, all of a sudden it had way more legs, the story.
Yeah.
So it was like, he definitely saw that. And that's something where, whether you care or not, he noticed it.
But once again, that is me talking to everybody around the hockey world and people that have way more credibility than me, where at least I had backing on like, hey, are you seeing this too? Are you seeing this too? Okay, you are. Messier had actually spoke on it like a week or two prior. And then everybody's like, oh, you're just jumping on the mess train. And it's like, I just fucking showed you the video and told you all these things within a shift. And he joked around me this summer because he goes, oh, you must not have seen the beginning of the shift where I was fucking throwing dimes. So when he said that at the gym this summer, I'm like, I love the fact that this kid's like that confident and he knows he's good. And I actually think that he will be generational.
And I think with you saying it too, like you want him to get better.
Yes.
You're not saying it to beat him down. So like you want to see him change his ways and be a better player.
Yeah, and like I'm passionate about Team Canada. I'm sure you're going to be right into the Olympics.
Yeah,
I want to see the Canadians do well, especially the top end guys. I don't know if he's going to make the Olympic team. I would say
you have him on the team?
I would say
looked at the team. Maybe,
I think he's like 20 to 25% on the team.
No, he's not on my team.
Celebrini though.
Celebrini, yeah.
That kid's an animal.
Yeah.
You watch a lot of hockey.
Celebrini's good.
You've been watching a lot of college hockey.
Pointer's not going to watch.
Celebrini's good. Hold on. First of all, to the Olympics point, I just said it out of sort of, I wasn't digging, but I wanted to know. I asked Nick Lidstrom and Thomas Holmstrom sitting right beside me. I said, why aren't you guys coaching the Swedish Olympic team?
Or GMing.
GMing. I said, where's Forsberg? Is he doing anything? They said no. I said, what? Nobody called you guys and even asked if you were interested? Because
and they want a gold.
What I saw from them and the reaction was like, to me, it seemed like Nick would probably be into coaching the team and Homer on the bench, assistant, or in some capacity. So the Olympics, it's interesting because it's coming upon us, right? It's like,
and those coaches of Sweden and Finland and Russia, their national team coaches aren't even coaching a team in their league.
Right.
It's just, that is their job all year for Worlds and the Olympic years. So it's kind of crazy that you wouldn't want to have Holmstrom or Lidstrom, where if you're meeting 2 times a week, looking over guys in the NHL, like you'd have those 2 guys to chat about.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. I was very shocked by that. I thought that, Nick just doesn't want to do it, right?
I would assume they're talking to them though and vetting it. Because like you got to think that like talk is like calling Wayne, like, Wayne, what do you think? Like just asking, hey, what are you seeing? And you don't think that they're asking Lidstrom?
It didn't seem like there was any. No.
Are those so obviously Lidstrom is Forsberg watching the league? Is he on it?
I think that he's still. I think from what I got, he's still involved in the game.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking Peter Forsberg.
Did you see what Malkin and
I would just want
Crosby
to have
gave
him
him?
around.
Exactly.
So they were just in Sweden
they
for
played the
Nashville,
games,
and
They swapped.
Sid signed a stick and Malkin signed a stick, and the message Sid wrote was unbelievable, and then Malkin just wrote to my idol. Like, I'm like, if you're like, if Gino Malkin's saying, hey, you're my idol,
Wow,
that's how
cool.
unbelievable Forsberg
Oh, he was so
Wow,
dominant.
that's cool.
Insane.
Another bad ankle guy.
What did Sid write?
Same surgeon.
Are you
What
sure?
did,
Mangled us both. in
Really?
North Carolina.
What
yeah.
did Sid write on the stick?
I can pull it up. Malcolm just wrote to my idol. Like I said, Sid's was very classy. I sent it to the group, Keith, at home. Sid wrote to Peter, "It was an honor to play against you. Thanks for being a great role model. All the best, Sidney Crosby."
Wow.
Class.
And then Malcolm,
he
to
sent
my
me a
idol,
watch.
you are the best.
How's his handwriting?
Wow.
So that's
somebody
just,
wrote
like if
that.
Crosby and Malkin are writing those things, you're like, dude, that's Peter. That's a legend
Yeah,
of the
so
game.
they should be coaching the Swedish team.
A million
So
%.
basically, I don't think Sweden has a fucking shot at the Olympics. I mean, I don't know. Do they? Do they even have
I think that when
They
you
don't
talk
have-
about, yeah, I think they're in
on
the,
the back
mix.
end?
They don't have the goaltending they used
They have
to.
Hedman,
right?
Boys,
Carlson.
it's best on best. If you go get hot for 2-3 games, it's yours. Like
It's one game.
get to
It's-
the quarters and get hot, and
Right,
you're
but
good.
those are old legs on the back end, Hedman and Carlson.
Yeah, and
Those
who
are
else
the
we
ones
missed?
Carlson.
Carl
So
looks good this
Carlson.
year.
So I saw
Darlene.
I saw Carlson in the by the dressing room when I was watching Toronto
Anderson.
Pittsburgh. So it was cool. I got to see Sid Letang. Letang still looks unbelievable. And Carlson was walking by, and he's been playing good. He's been playing well defensively. And he like made a crack, I think, kind of joking what we were talking about at the beginning of last year. And he goes, fuck Olympic year, turn it on every 4 years, Biz, or something like that. And I was just like, what a legend.
Play defense.
Yeah,
Oh, that's funny.
maybe I'll play D once every 4 years. And obviously, you know, when these guys want to turn it on, they could turn it on. So
Right, but Carlson versus McCarr is not a
That's not-
not a fair
No.
not a fair
No
part.
one against
McCarver is
McCarver.
what
anymore.
about Schaefer? Is he on your team?
Yeah.
You like him, eh?
Yeah. How could you not?
Tell
Well, like
when
as your
Doty-
8th guy, or
I'll let him win a fucking job in game one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll tell you who wouldn't be on your team that was in the mix is probably Bouchard.
No.
I've seen you be like, "What is
No.
this guy?"
No, and you know what? Something's going on there, and it's not good, and they
But
got to
that-
fix it.
that team-
let him
that-
speak here.
Well, you're just talking the Oilers.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. And
Burn it to the ground, Aves.
we could. I guess we were going to say this
Who's
on the
fucking
show,
who?
but
Wow, I
last
just
year and the
saw
year
that.
before, the Oilers had bad starts, but there was like the numbers under the hood. Pasha numbers were all good. This year, this bad start, like I don't think they're good. Like I'm starting to really think there's not going to be like a 15-2, 17 game stretch.
Yeah.
Like I don't think they're very good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah. The consistency is not there. And if they win games, they have to come from behind and they'll win it and squeak
This
it out.
may
in the
make them
end.
go on a run that I said this, but there's a lot that you're like,
Well, no, this is the first you've said of it. There's
Yes.
major problems in that room.
I don't know
In-
the
in the
room. I
room.
just
Let's
I
hear
look
it.
at the
What do you think?
roster.
Well, I think Leon and Connor are fucking tired and they've got no help.
They play way too much.
They play way too much.
Mhm.
And then if a guy like Bush takes the night off, now you're looking at the back end going, what the fuck is going on back there?
yeah,
Like who is there?
yeah.
You know? And that's taxing on guys. And they're gonna start putting it feels like there's a little bit of blame getting thrown around in there, or there's some animosity between
And the
parties.
goaltending has been
Well,
so bad.
so bad.
And I think at this point, we talked about last week, like Knobloch's like asked the question, have you lost trust in the goaltending? He's just silent for 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure the whole room at
I
this
need
point,
a body language
I'm
expert.
pretty sure that the whole room
I
at
am.
this point is
Wasn't
probably
good.
like, we can't get a save. Like we don't get saves.
Right.
You know, and that seeps, you know, you've been on teams like at one point when a goalie is just constantly letting in like weak shots and goals that need to be saves, like the bench is just like, it's like the balloons just going out and out. And you're
Roman
just like,
Czechmonic.
Roman, yeah. And
First goal.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Muffin, bad goal,
No.
or snipe.
It was fine, I think.
What was your first goal?
Pittsburgh.
Uh,
Actually, Joey.
go to the net hard, like
Yeah. Great. Yeah. Low, bad angle, bank it inside pad, like you know how they all do it now.
You started
You know?
it.
Oh, yeah, I love
I
it.
mean,
Wrong
maybe
just early.
pull the tape. Joey Kosher told a funny story. The guys, I'm not going to say who, but some guys, they took me to a strip club when we landed. We played in Pittsburgh. It was an afternoon game. There used to be a strip club in
Oh
Detroit.
yeah, there was in
Flight
Detroit.
Club, right by the airport.
Okay,
By
I
Wayne.
think Commodore told me about this one.
And they had a plane that hung inside that you could get up in, and the plane would land on the stage and the whole thing.
Nice.
So we went in there and we were celebrating. It was my first NHL goal, and we went pretty good, and we got out of there. somewhat late, but not too late. And the next morning, it was all over the news. The FBI went in and raided the place. The only reason they didn't go in earlier is because they saw some of the guys in there and they recognized
They were Wings fans.
Oh,
They
no
were
way.
Wings fans. They waited for us to leave
That's
until they raided
incredible.
the
That was Cash Patel's early beginning in
No.
the FBI.
Cash wasn't around on that one. By the way, an Islander fan.
No,
Okay.
Capitals.
No. Cash Patel?
He's an Islanders fan?
I thought he was with Capitals.
I thought
as
he was
well.
Caps.
No, I think he was just following.
Oh,
He was with Wayne, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, they're
For the-
buddies. And he was in
Pasha
DC.
saying Islanders. Yeah.
Islanders.
Die-hard Islander
Wow.
fan.
Wow.
Like many years.
Wow.
15 years.
We
I
got
think.
we got to be nicer to the Islanders.
I saw a funny tweet.
So
the other
Schaefer
day.
could literally get away with murder.
We were talking.
Yeah, he's on the team.
We were talking about. You guys mentioned Schaefer. There was a tweet to Frankie Borelli, like, you better just hope and pray that this kid doesn't have an old pair of Toronto Maple Leafs pajamas.
Oh, God.
Just because at some point.
So should we talk about the Leafs quickly?
No,
we just
He
beat
won't
up
talk about
Wiz.
him.
From Toronto.
Wit.
No, let's go to Toronto. We can beat them up, but I really want to hear about this weekend you spent with like Darren McCarty.
Well, I tortured Shanny.
Fedorov had to bend the.
Fedorov
You were
was
giving
there?
it to Shanny?
I tortured Shanny for 48 hours.
You
We
saw him
flew
at the
from New
airport,
York.
right? Yeah,
We
I
flew
saw
from New York together.
Give us the list of guys that were there.
Shanny, Lidstrom, Zetterberg. My God, what a
wow.
he looks
Stallion.
incredible.
Most interesting
his
man in the
hair.
world.
He
His
looks
hair is a
incredible.
fucking
What a
joke.
nice guy. Fuck. Why
He
isn't
is
he coaching?
He's
Team
probably got a
Sweden?
huge.
Why isn't he
collar,
on the
doesn't he?
team?
Yeah, I think he could still play. I don't remember, but probably.
Yeah.
Holmstrom, Lidstrom, Sergei Fedorov. You know, the whole weekend I didn't see Kurt Maltby, which is wild, and I can't believe I didn't see Maltz. Draper, Shanahan, Joey Kosher, Danny Cleary. Cleary's a real beauty. He's
Bears the
blind.
best. Is he?
Oh, yeah, in one eye, like legally. Yeah, he looks great too.
He looks great. He looks great.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude, man.
Who else was there?
Is Eiserman chilling with the guys a little bit?
Yeah,
Stevie came down and hung out.
All's good.
Yeah, Stevie had a
Like,
bunch.
what did he say to you?
He wanted to see my photos. He wanted to, not like Babcock, weird, you know. he wanted to see pictures from the Odyssey.
Oh,
He was like geeking out about
okay,
that.
really?
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. I told him a few of his players I didn't like.
What did he say?
Okay, Sean.
Yeah, he just kind of laughed.
Did he?
Yeah, he laughed.
Hey, we never talked about mentioning Babcock. How about Thornton calling him Peter Babcock in his Hall of
It
Fame
was
speech?
incredible. It was.
Was
That's on
that on
purpose.
purpose?
1,000,000%.
It had to be. He was listing off all of his coaches, and then when
And
he-
it was a slight. Like he
I
didn't
don't know.
like
I mean,
Babs.
maybe he. But like,
No,
how would
for
you?
sure that he did that on purpose.
Yeah,
I
they
would-
played it. He was the coach of the 2010 team he was on. They won gold. He
Yeah.
just so he's listing, he's like, whatever. All of his coaches. Then he's like Peter Babcock. And then
I gotta get the back.
just a
backstory.
drive-by, like
A drive,
didn't even.
As he listed 10 coaches, as he said, Mike Babcock, he just called him Peter.
Yeah.
But what would that be?
I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
Inside joke with someone or something.
I'm going to get to the bottom.
You're gonna find
Either
that
way,
out.
it was hilarious.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Sorry, but I interrupted.
No, that's a great story. We're going to find out. That's a hockey mystery right now.
Yeah. Who else was
Who is
there?
Peter Babcock?
Oh, Darren McCarty. Mac got me so stoned. Oh my God. The first, and they played the Rangers, and I sat behind the Rangers bench and just mean mug Sully the whole game. It wasn't a national game, so it was just nobody really saw it. I sat behind the bench. I just mean mugged
Isn't
them
it
the whole time.
unbelievable? You can look in a room and you're going to see Darren McCarty and Steve Yzerman next to each other.
Oh,
and just
what a dynamic duo.
that speaks everything about the hockey locker room.
Oh my God.
I
But
know,
Stevie was cutthroat. I mean, Mac talked about it a little bit.
Yes.
Like he was cutting. He was cutting. If he said something, the way he can just land any plane anywhere, he's I wouldn't bet against him.
What would
in
he
the long
say?
run.
What would he say to and like maybe Holmstrom? Maybe he's not playing well. Would he say something to him and just carve him up?
It would just be, it would be like, it would just be something that would really hit Homer, like,
where the room goes silent.
yes, it's
Like your mom's a whore.
It's tough to, he might reference an old Christmas party. He might say something like, you're still hungover from Christmas because Homer got really after it.
Okay.
He went after it at the Christmas party. He went hard.
Nice.
I don't know. But everybody listened when Stevie talked. So to see him actually be in a setting where he could let his guard down a little bit and have some fun, it's nice because there's a lot of pressure on those guys.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of
Even
Shanny's like a totally different, like you can just, he's approachable,
Yeah.
you know, and doing that job on that team.
Oh,
But I said to him, you know, I just don't understand how nobody can go in there and fix the Toronto Maple Leafs. And you're not going to fix the Toronto Maple Leafs until you get a dog on that team. And who's their dog right now? Who's their Steve Yzerman? And the fact that the Toronto Maple Leafs don't have that major league guy like a Connor McDavid or anything, Hughes, any of the Hughes boys, anything. They don't have an identity. That team does not have an identity. You've totally, and say what you will about Mitch, and I knew Mitch was going to go to Vegas and flourish, and certainly with Jack Eichel. I mean, I guess we forgot how good fucking Jack Eichel is.
The Four Nations, it was more like if you don't see Vegas a lot, like you don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, where's the team now? Where's your team? I just don't know where they're going to go.
Hear you. I hear you.
Who's on their back end? You know, who have they drafted? And that's the same knock I have on the Rangers. If Connor Sheary comes in and makes your team on a PTO, that means you have zero depth. Where's the fucking depth in your organization if guys are coming in and making the team on PTOs?
Well, they've traded, we said on the show, it's 40 draft picks and 7 first rounders since Matthews got there.
Wow.
Is that true?
Yeah. So like, and I'm just saying his name because that's when it all began, right? Like it was, so they've traded away their future completely. They haven't got out of the second round and they look worse now than 4 years ago, like 3 years ago, last year. And it's like, holy shit. Like, are we going to, I think there's a lot of discussion now of like, this thing could have to be like torn down.
Yeah. Because,
and honestly, if Edmonton goes like this, it could be like, all right, like this isn't the year. We got to try to like figure this out. They're in similar spots without the trips to the finals for the Leafs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where, I don't know, like Toronto. Yeah. I mean, just thinking of what you had when you had Hyman and Marner and Matthews and Tavares.
Yeah.
And,
they made some mistakes along the way. Like
Kadri.
the Kadri move, like that one hurts.
Stings you.
You want like, it's weird because for a while there, we were saying the JT was an overpayment and it kind of was, I guess, at the time. But I would say if you look at the full length of the contract, I would say he earned every goddamn penny.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
And he's
Thank
been
God
good
they
this
have him
year.
right now.
For
Yeah,
sure.
right.
My God,
right,
how
and-
bad they would be.
Yeah, that one was what was the other one that hurt? And just their window last year and the year before, I think would have been a little bit better if they had better team friendly deals on Matthews and Marner. They could have used a little work there. They've never had that number one D man, and it's not a knock on Riley. Like I think Riley's steady, and he's actually performed pretty good. If you look at his playoff numbers, but like they don't have that horse.
Yeah, because you can't build a team through free agency.
No.
They
should have paid, honestly, though, Brad Marchand $12 million to go there to change because he's a guy that undersized, bring guys in the fight. Like his teams are like right now, the way he's playing with Barkey and like he's a fucking dog, and he is exactly what a team like that.
So there was a tweet that came out, and obviously Matthews' offensive numbers are down, hasn't been scoring as much, and it showed the way that the coaches before Berube would he would play like 40% of his game against top lines, where now it's 50%, like based on his
fuck.
No, I get you. So obviously a more like responsible, like Barkov style role where it's kind of be like some nights, hey man, you're playing not to get scored on and you're shutting down an elite player on the other side. And I'm not going to take that risk. And, you hope you get the power play and you capitalize there, but the points aren't going to come like they were when you're playing 10% less against way weaker talent. So
who's the asshole that came up?
Listen,
with that? Because honestly,
but I agree with you. We had an argument in preseason about, do you think he's that guy? I think that there's maybe a lack of that bite and that McKinnon, that McDavid, Leon's got it. There's something kind of missing there where I want to see him come out of his comfort zone, especially for how big he is. I would love to see him drop the mitts, grab a guy, and just start throwing rights.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that is in him yet. And I think that, you know, you have to believe that a guy like that who wants it so bad will get to the level that he's looking for.
Right, but I
The
think
level Yzerman got to.
It's, you know what it is? It's
with
like
Bowman.
It's like what Jack Eichel did in that run with Vegas, where you're like,
oh yeah,
that was
Jump
his
on.
moment.
Yeah.
And you're like, he'll have that forever, where he was that guy.
But do you think in Toronto, it's almost like that's just kind of how it is? Like everyone, it's sway. Everyone's wearing.
I think that there's
earrings
a
and stuff like that.
inflated ego aspect of like how you are basically like you're a New York Yankee. You're walking in, you're posting your walk-in photos. Like I said this, like I was even giving it to Joe Burrow a little bit when he was walking in a few years ago. Like he was playing well. I think he was having an MVP type season, but the team started out like 1-4, and he's walking in with like a pink tank top on.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Like the Dallas
like
Cowboys.
Steve Yzerman would never. Crosby would absolutely never. It's the last thing on their mind when walking into the rink. They're thinking about fucking winning that game and being a dog. Sometime I would just be like, fucking show up in a black suit.
Yeah, well, that's an organizational thing,
Right.
and I would do that in the summer. I would go to Roots and I would say, we're gonna make a capsule collection. You're gonna give these guys 8 options. They got gray flannels. We're gonna look like fucking Real Madrid when we walk in.
Yeah.
I'm not letting you don't have to wear a suit and tie.
And now it's a CBA.
It's
CBA.
Wayne's gonna love that Roots plug, man.
What? So they can't.
CBA is
You can wear
completely
whatever
no
you want.
dress code.
No,
now.
I get that, but I would still say, guys, these are the options. Like, I know there's no dress code. There's no dress code,
there
but you're
is.
wearing this brand.
And the league didn't say you couldn't have a beard. Lou said you ain't having a beard.
Well,
that
yeah,
type thing. you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
Where a team can have control.
Yeah. Because you can't, like, it's wild. It's out of control. And they look like a bunch of schlubs walking in. They don't even look like a team that has any cohesion. One guy's wearing fucking sweatpants and some wild thing, and the other guy's like in an ill-fitting suit. They look like a beer league team away on a tournament. That's what the Leafs look like when they walk into the arena. It's fucking painful.
Let me ask you this though. So you wore a short suit to a game, correct?
Too early.
Hey, never
Too
wrong,
early.
just early. That's your life motto, dude. But he's
Next question.
No, but I'm saying I'm saying you're talking about this cohesiveness. So are you also kind of calling yourself out too? Is like, that's why we didn't win and have a winning culture?
Well, let's not use me as a fucking archetype for what would set the tone.
Well,
I think
I would love for some of the Leafs to have as much dog in them as you did.
I agree. As is you. I would take you on a fucking team right now too, because there's not enough fourth line glue guys that can actually go out there and do something. And that's when I look at, like, I'm not saying Sam Carrick. Sam Carrick on the Rangers is not a fourth line guy. I think he's more of a third line guy. If he's a fourth line guy, I need guys that are going to be exactly like him. You have to, because he stood up, he fought the other night. It needs to be a little bit more than Edmonston, or I can't have a 6'8" guy that's not sandpaper.
Mhm.
I need some identity on the team. So as far as me and the dressing but the Leafs are just it's not good there.
I would say right now, the way the team looks, I would probably hope for a wild card. I think that they could figure it out to the point where they end up getting like third in their division. They're not getting any younger. They got some guys who are banged up. If the goaltending doesn't sort itself out, then they're going to be looking at a wild
Who
card.
are two of the most exciting teams in the NHL right now? I would say
Colorado is
Anaheim,
Montreal.
Colorado is in a
San Jose is a fun team to watch.
Colorado's in a league of their own. Currently. They're in a league of their own.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's not even like they're
so fast.
It's crazy.
If you're watching Colorado and then you flip over to Toronto, it looks like a different.
It's just the speed level is that much
like the
different.
pointer couldn't keep up. With
So that's why I don't watch them.
Yeah.
They score too many goals.
You need a laser.
But to my point is, Would we say Anaheim at this point has built through the draft?
Oh, buddy, they have 7
100%.
stallions in the stable.
But they can also do that because they're in Anaheim, not in Toronto, right? They can tank for 4 or 5 years and not get the backlash of a Toronto.
Well, but that's why you have to have the temperament of a Stevie or somebody who just shuts the door and says,
"Fuck off."
Yeah.
It's
gonna
you know
take a while.
who's kind of getting praised for that right now is remaining patient is Kyle Davidson. I still think that they're behind Anaheim, but there's with the prospects that we're being told they have in like 2-3 years, they will be Anaheim.
Right.
So listen, it's always hard to bank on that, but currently I would say that Anaheim is the standard for how you tank it, draft extremely well. Like that Seneke kid they took third, even he was fucking surprised, and look at the way he's panned out.
He had a great pass last night.
Yeah,
I think
in
on the winner,
overtime.
right?
How do you say it? Seneca?
Seneke, I think.
And
Seneca.
he looks
Seneca.
like he's 12. Like that kid in 5 years,
Yeah.
he's going to be a man.
Quickly, can we go back though to the Detroit thing? Who else did you get to spend time with?
Oh God.
Who were you at the Michigan game with?
Oh wow. I'll tell you what. Whew. Bro, I couldn't walk fucking 2 feet at that Michigan game. A lot of New Yorkers. I guess a lot of New Yorkers went to go to the University of Michigan.
Did you enjoy the college hockey atmosphere?
I'll talk about that program a little bit. I think that program's in trouble. Aaron Ward, I went with Aaron Ward.
I thought they were like 2 in the nation, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They're done.
And they've
Number
split,
2 in the nation.
They've split game 2 of the last 2 weekends.
But everyone's splitting in college hockey this year.
Why?
Because
the
of
talent's so good, right?
The CHL kids can come now and every team's getting players. But there was an interesting clip of Montreal pick Michael Haig, I think,
Yeah.
and another kid that's on Michigan. They grew up playing together in Toronto. And they were pounding Wisconsin the first game last weekend. And they're in the box and they're ripping on a guy for being 24 and just like very loud, typical college yelling at each other in the penalty box. But then the next night, I think Wisconsin pounded them.
Well, University of Michigan will get shit kicked by Wisconsin in a 7-game series or a 5-game series.
Well, that doesn't happen.
3 or 4 months.
Didn't they get into a
Well,
fight?
how do they? So they play elimination games.
It's just one game.
One game.
One gamers.
I don't like. Aaron Ward tried to get me up to talk to Red. He says, "Let me introduce you to Red."
What's your problem with?
I didn't know Red Berenson was a Red Wing. I said, I don't want to go meet Red Berenson. You know what my problem was? I didn't like how they play. I don't like how they play. Play a straightforward game. Wisconsin's unbelievable. The Finley kid on Wisconsin.
Yeah, he's nasty.
I like that kid's game. I don't know. No, he's a forward. Little guy. Left-handed shot. And then number 2 on Wisconsin. What's that kid's name? He's a good defenseman.
Luke Osborne's Sabres draft pick.
Sabres pick.
Finley's a forward?
Finley's a forward.
Finley is a forward. He's a Islanders draft pick.
Oh.
He's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a good player. They play a straight ahead game. They look like they have a team with structure and they're going to roll their lines and fucking get on you. Michigan's got a little bit too much razzle dazzle.
TikTok hockey.
Michigan's got a goalie, though. I think every year in college hockey, we see the team that makes the run in the playoffs is the team with the goalie. They got that Ivanovic kid. Remember Michael Misa came on Chiclets and he was talking about him. He's like, this kid's the steal of the draft.
Toronto kid.
Yes.
Yeah, he's nasty. So.
Yeah. Anyways, what a place. I'll tell
Sick,
you.
huh?
That would be fun. I could coach one of those programs. We would fucking dominate. I live on campus. They give you a house. They got everything there. It's a beautiful arena. There's like, what? I don't know, 8,500, maybe 10,000
What would the
people
dress
there.
code be?
Oh, these kids.
They
Well,
wear
I went to the
tracksuits,
hockey
I think,
house
right?
after the game. They would not be allowed to live like that. I don't care. Like, it's cool. Haha, I've seen it in the movies. But you guys we need fucking order in here.
Yeah, cleaning lady.
Yeah, we need some. You need to be able to eat
Right.
communally. I want you guys in a living room watching
Right.
fucking hockey together,
Yeah.
not buried in your rooms because it looks like Chernobyl
Yeah.
if you walk outside of it.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. So I would have that shit in order and I would have them all living on the same street. Is that how you guys lived? At
BU's
BU?
a little different. Like
BU's
it's
a city.
It's a city campus. We didn't have a hockey house,
Okay.
so it wasn't really like that.
I think that's the best part about Michigan is like I've gone and visited all these schools now. And my favorite thing I've said is the Michigan hockey house, the way all the boys, they got that unreal
Do they all
backyard.
live there?
A bunch of them live there. They live near there. But like a lot of schools, they're living in student apartments and This is an unreal
It's their
house.
frat house.
They have big bonfires in the backyard. Every party, all the boys come over.
They had 10 scooters on the lawn, like
Scoot
electric
gang.
scooters.
That's how
Okay,
they
so I'm fine with that, but I want them fucking parked with some order.
Yeah.
I want you guys to start living like you're supposed to play. I want some sort of
So it
organization.
carries over.
You can do whatever you want, man. You guys want to go wild? You want to go hard? I got no problem with that. But just like let's
Cluttered
get it
house means a
together.
cluttered mind
Yeah.
too.
Cluttered house means a cluttered mind.
We're the same. I
That's-
wipe the baseboards. I vacuum
Pasha
every day.
said you clean the kitchen every like hour almost.
I know I do the Zamboni on the island because this guy eats like a fucking slob. He's got
Oh.
all the things hitting on the counter.
Right. Yeah. Well, that happens.
Himbo.
Yeah,
But coming back,
it's like my, you know, that's my home. That's my zen.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're the same way.
No, I get it.
Every hanger I have is same color. You know, identical spaces.
Yeah. Yeah. Steve Jobs.
Heard of
Steve
him?
Jobs wore the same thing every day so that he would have less mental fatigue in the morning.
Oh,
Trying to
interesting.
pick.
Trying to think of what
Yeah.
to wear. Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Pasha? Do you want to grab a mic and explain my cleaning habits?
I think you summed it up perfectly.
Okay, thank you.
But
really
when
pitched out there, man.
coming, I met Kenny Holland. Well, not
You
met.
had
I
never
know
met him?
Kenny Holland.
Oh, at the game?
I was running out. So on Saturday night, they did this beautiful thing at Fox Theater in Detroit, which is this incredible theater. I hadn't been in it in 20 years. I mean, the Illiches restored it. It's like Motown. It's pristine. So they had this whole hockey night theme. So I went to the party, mingled, schmoozed for an hour, and then me and Wardo drove to Michigan. It's not that far. I didn't know it was that close. 35 minutes. Thank God I didn't know it was that close when I played there.
I know you would
Yeah,
have been
because you were
partying.
young
Holy
too.
shit.
Wow.
I thought it was farther for sure than that.
I didn't know. It was that close.
35,
Yeah, Ann Arbor's
40.
not bad, no traffic.
Yeah.
And why did you go again? It was just
I wanted to see Keenan Draper play in college. I didn't want to miss, he's in his last year. That's why I don't want to be too hard on the program. Horkoff's kid's on the
Yep,
team.
he's
Oh, yeah.
lighting it up.
He's young.
he's
though, right?
6'4",
Freshman?
and he is a
He's
beast.
huge.
Yeah,
He's a
huge.
And he's a
He's
handsome
taller
bastard.
than 6'4".
He's a big boy. He's a big boy. There's another guy has a kid on that team, I think.
I think Kyle Dubas drafted Horkoff, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a Doobie. I'm back on the Doobie train.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. Are you?
So Pitt's good and you like it?
No, I think that he went off the board and made great coaching hires, and it seems like the culture is very strong there and everyone's really getting along. So you have to give him credit for that. And some of these young kids look good. Who's the one kid? Kindle. He looks great.
And they have this Russian goalie that we're being
Igor.
told behind the scenes is like legit going to be one of the best goalies in the league.
Really?
He's a silly sider too. Murashov. And I think he was a 3rd or 4th round pick. And apparently he's incredible. And he played in Sweden, had a shutout.
I would
So
buy
it's
Dubas
like-
stock right now.
Okay, because wow.
I know.
I know it's a lot to take in. Finish your other thoughts and we can come back to it later. It's a lot to take.
No, I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't know.
You stumped him.
I mean, he
Let me know if you want a membership to the Doobie.
what did he get? What did he get?
What do you mean?
What did he bring in? I mean, if you had asked me if Dan Muse was going to come in as a head coach first year and get his fucking team like rolling, I would have said no.
Right.
You're crazy. Because I saw Dan Muse on the bench in New York,
is
and he never said a word.
I
So-
have a soft spot for Mike Stuthers as an assistant.
Well, Owen Sound, I played for the Platers.
Yeah.
I know Stuthers. I know him, not really, but I know he's a hardcore dude.
Hardcore.
Yes.
So I like
that's
that.
he's
one of
still
his
bringing that?
assistants.
That's one of the assistants.
Great hire by Dan
And then he's,
Muse.
and then
Rich
he's
Clune.
got Rich Clune and
Clune.
Nick Bonino. a kid that
Benino,
just retired.
Benino.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
So that's interesting because I'm at University of Michigan watching these assistant coaches just stand there. And so I'm sure Rich Clune, if he's comfortable on that bench, he's talking to guys.
right. I don't think
Nino?
he's on the
So
bench.
he
I
does the
think they're
eye in the sky, but he's working with the guys on the ice in practice.
Oh yeah.
Stuthers.
With some of the moves, Stuthers is on. He's on the bench.
He's got the D.
Oh, he's banging his stick on the glass in practice. Yeah, he's a bit.
Good.
But you
Yeah.
see the videos, like the Instagram clips of practices, you'll see Rich Clune and Bonino in the background working
Yes.
with the guy on little shit. And
Yeah.
Right.
like Bonino figured out how to play in the NHL. It's not like he was this superstar kid. Like he fucking made a nice career for himself.
You're right.
Figuring it out, right?
Yep.
So he's helping
And
guys
Clooney's also a guy that, he's had his struggles in the past. He's open about it. So I bet you guys would feel comfortable going to him,
Right.
like younger guys, if they're having anything. So
That's a great point.
I
Great
would
teeth on him, huh?
Doobie stock is like Ethereum. I would get on now, right, Pasha?
Interesting.
Thanks again, Pasha.
Oh, okay.
Dan Muse played for my dad in high school. I've known Dan Muse my whole life.
Really?
Yeah.
So he did play hockey.
He was like a fourth line public high school player.
And did he go to college and play?
He ended up
think it,
playing at college, I
like,
think.
Yeah, somewhere like a small, like a
Curry? Or he coached at Curry?
something like that. Yeah.
See, that I'm okay with. I didn't really know his history.
He went from, a weak player, say, and just so he's like earned everything.
Interesting.
And I
yeah,
think
he
he's
was-
grinded along the way. U.S. national program.
Oh, wow.
D3 college.
Okay.
You don't have to
minor.
buy a lot of it. Just buy a little bit of
Okay.
Doobie stock.
Okay.
But he was also like one of those guys when he played for my dad would be like, he's going to be a coach. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
asking questions, like that type of kid.
So those guys are to me, they get brought into the club as like, a guy that can, like, you get a card. You didn't play in the NHL, but you've been living this game and breathing it, and you really kind of worked your way
studied
into
it.
it and study it.
Like
And
okay with
also
that.
John
surrounds
Cooper.
himself with people who have.
Yep.
Hey,
And,
speaking
and
of
delegates and asks questions.
Great hires.
Speaking of a great guy who's really found like true happiness again, I was talking to Todd Bertuzzi, and he's coaching a junior B team.
In Kitchener?
No, it's I got to look at the team. Gee, can you just look up team Todd? They started the season 16-0. He said his like passion and love for hockey again is unbelievable.
Wow.
Like, he's got a
The
great
Cambridge Redhawks.
Cambridge
Oh,
Red
Cambridge.
Hawks. Like,
GOJHL.
yeah, but in talking to a guy who was, I mean, for a couple of years, the best power forward in the game,
yeah,
100-point fight, score. And then, what happened and his exit from the game, and you just lose a passion. And like to hear him talk about hockey now after like what he's doing with kids that probably aren't going to play in the NHL.
Right.
But it's like, that's a guy who we were saying, or Cleary was saying to him, like, Bert, who knows? You do this a couple years, you end up moving up. You could be coaching in the NHL at some point.
I wouldn't
It's
not
Todd
hire
Bertuzzi.
one of those guys. Oli Jokinen. I would have
know.
Oli Jokinen in a fucking room right now coaching a team.
Really?
Have you seen Oli Jokinen talk to his team before
Flipping
games?
out.
Yeah, it was pretty. That one clip that went viral was
It was
awesome.
incredible. And I
forgot
played
about
with
that.
Oli Jokinen.
He was passionate. We played with him in Phoenix.
I loved it.
He was
He had a bad
passionate
rap.
guy. Yeah.
He had a bad rap because
Because
Florida
his teams
wasn't
never
good.
made the play. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he played hard.
He did.
He fucking played hard.
Tried hard in practice.
And
every
like
day.
90-point guy, right? Couple
Didn't he have a
Did he
brother
have-
who was even like slimier and or maybe I'm thinking.
No, you're thinking of Root 2.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of
Root
Root
2.
two. Never
Yeah.
mind.
I played with Yarko, and
Roots-
Tuomo was like better.
I meant that as a
He's an
compliment
assistant
too.
in Florida. I just saw him the other day.
Who is?
Roots.
Oh, yeah? Yarko? The,
No, his
the one
brother.
that was a pain in the ass?
No,
They both
remember
were.
Tuomo? Tuomo was tough
He played
as
for
shit.
Chicago.
Yeah, he played for also who?
Carolina?
Yeah, Carolina. He was tough, dude. Like just a hockey player.
And they'd
like one of
run you
those
from
Finns.
behind. They were
Yeah. Which one was the bigger rat?
Yarko.
One that played
Yarko,
for
Roots,
Pittsburgh.
yeah.
Yarko.
Okay.
That's who I played with.
Right. He was a mean dude.
Yes.
But his brother was more skilled.
His brother was more skilled. Yeah, he was my age growing up playing against Team Finland.
You want to
I
talk
was
about the
there.
Rangers?
Yeah, because last time you were pretty critical, and they've kind of turned it around. And also, a funny story: Aves was at a Knicks game,
Oh God.
and he just so happened to be next to Will Borgen, I believe his name's Will Borgen,
yeah.
The D-man.
a D-man for the New York Rangers, and he's there with his girlfriend enjoying a Knicks game. Let's take our mind off of hockey. And he sits next to Sean Avery at the
I
Knicks
just
game.
talked his fucking ear
What
off
were
About
you-
the Rangers the
the
whole
whole game. I said, "What are you doing? What are you guys
Got the
doing?
pointer.
What are you doing in practice? Where is it? You know?
Did
I
you
said, this is how you got to play, Will.
and you brought the pointer out?
road.
Fucking poor guy.
Tripped an NBA
what a
player.
nice kid. Western League kid. Just, very
Handsome?
gracious. Handsome.
Handsome.
Very handsome.
It must have been a rocket.
Beautiful girlfriend.
And you're in his ear.
Just the whole game. The whole game. Because, I don't what have they turned around? I mean, I guess
They're good on the
they've
road.
Won one game at home.
Best road team in the
They
league.
scored 7 at home.
Best road team in the league. Okay.
They
All
beat
right.
Nashville at home.
Would you
Under the hood stats look a lot better.
would you pick them?
No,
Are they
I
going to make
would-
the playoffs?
I think
I
they'll
would-
make the playoffs.
Yeah, I think
I
they'll
would
make
say wild card now. I had him out of the playoffs. Now I'm leaning back. This
That
Trocheck
goalie
got-
is so good.
yeah.
He's
He's
incredible.
so good that it's like they can score 1-2 goals a couple games and win, and not many teams can do that.
And Quickie's playing great too.
Well, he doesn't.
What'd you
lose.
think of that the other night?
Okay, so let's
How
talk
the
about this.
picture?
So
What an
absolutely
incredible
love
picture.
that he did that. So did you see what happened?
Absolutely.
To Appleton's defense, he was battling and then the clock wore down and he shot that thing probably about a half a second after the buzzer. Some people might say, why are you giving it that much effort that late? Like there's no way they're going to turn around and go score. But I love the response from Quickie because that's one of those galvanizing moments where it makes everybody be like, hey, we need to wake the fuck up and compete harder if our goalie's the one fucking throwing
Our
punches.
40-year-old girl.
40-year-old goalie after the game.
Oh, you
So
think that's going to be a galvanizing moment?
I think that is a yeah, I think it's a bit of a wake up call. And they got Troach back in the lineup, and I feel like between him and Miller, they got some dogs in there, and I think that will overall help wake up the group. I think Rempe's hurt right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's got what, a concussion?
From a fight. Yeah, I don't know what the injury is, but he's out for a while.
As soon as he's available, get him back in the lineup and
Yeah, he fought Reeves.
get rolling with him back in there. That Carrick did a fucking unreal job against Olivier. Keeping him in there too. You have to do what the Boston Bruins are doing right now. They got guys who are built for that in New York. They need to start doing what the guys who are built to do that in Boston are doing. The Zadorov, the Jeannot, they need to be like basically telling guys, I'm going to fucking kill you every night.
It was a great move getting rid of Trent Frederick. I don't like his game right now.
I feel bad for him.
What's
'cause he's
going
a
on
great
with him?
guy. I don't know.
He looks like he's in quicksand.
He's got, I think, 1 point in like 20 games.
So
you
he
know
had
what
a
though?
high
He went
ankle-
out and fought Olivier.
Yeah.
And he's trying, right? And he got a huge
Yeah,
black eye from it. But I know, like,
If you're hurt, you're hurt. Take yourself out of the
it's
lineup.
an 8-year deal too.
You're not doing yourself any justice.
7-year deal.
Oh,
something.
really?
Yeah, it was like low money to get him his guarantee.
Name a player on the Rangers that was drafted by the Rangers.
Miller, but it doesn't really count because what you had to give up for him.
Fox.
No, he wasn't.
He was drafted by Carolina.
Calgary, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Calgary, Carolina.
Wow.
The goalie,
That-
Shesterkin.
No, bad drafting and developing.
Igor. Yeah. Yeah.
So
holy shit.
Also, what about?
Okay, well, is that a good thing? Whoa, hold on.
Cooley was a 4th rounder, a 6th rounder.
Yeah,
for them,
Cooley
wasn't he?
was. But,
Okay.
So the laugh thing, he was the first overall pick, and it's like some years you don't get a superstar first overall. I mean, like, look at the year Edmonton got Yakupov and Lafreniere. I think he's a really good NHL player. So his draft, if you redo it right now, because the Rangers were so lucky to win that lottery. Oh, it's not loading for some reason.
I love doing
the
the
draft. But it's not, it's kind of like bad luck that it wasn't fucking McDavid that year. You know?
Was that McCarr's year?
Hold on. Let's go through it. Pull it up, G.
Was it McCar's year?
It won't load. On
Lafreniere's
IMDb.
draft year. So we've named how many players? We
2.
named 2 players.
I don't think it was McCar's.
Okay.
Not a great batting average.
How are you going to build a team to win
Can't.
if that's what I'm looking at?
All right, so we got.
And like you said,
So we got Quentin Byfield. You'd probably rather him right now.
Oh yeah, Byfield. looks
You
like
got Tim.
I just got
Stützle.
goosebumps. Quentin Byfield game right
Imagine
now.
him on the
Yeah,
Rangers.
Holy fuck.
Like it took him a couple of years
Took
to
him-
figure it out, but he's figured
He's
it
a
the fuck out.
gazelle.
He is a hell of a player.
gazelle.
Yeah. Okay. Who else?
You got Tim Stützle next. He's a
Oh
legit
fuck!
game
Whoopsie!
breaker.
Whoopsie!
You got Lucas Raymond.
Aves has a point.
You got Lucas Raymond after that.
Oh,
I'd rather
fuck.
him.
Give me a double
You got
whoopsie on that one.
Jake Sanderson 5th. He's a
Oh,
hell of a
God.
defenseman.
Wow, that was a
Then
good year.
Drysdale, you'd rather him than Drysdale.
Yeah.
Alexander Holtz, you'd rather him. Jack Quinn, you'd rather him. Marco Rossi's good, but I think Lafreniere's.
Yeah.
Cole Perfetti. Anton Lundell. What a pick. 12th
What
overall.
a fucking pick.
Seth Jarvis is there at 13. What
Wow.
a pick. You know that.
But your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th are all like nasty. That's a miss.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
Well,
like-
it wasn't though. A
He
year and a
was a
half
home-
ago with Laffy, the way that they
That
finished
playoff.
that playoff,
Yeah.
it wasn't a miss.
The kid line, yeah.
He was winning games in
Yep.
series. I've seen him win games
He was
in
awesome.
series. So what happened to that guy? You had the conversation, Connor Bedard. I watched Lafreniere go on a fucking run in the playoffs and was an absolute dog. He is a shell of himself right now.
good timing.
And why
though.
they haven't built somebody figure out a way to get his game back, to get the edge back in his game. because I don't think he's a bust. I'm not ruling him out yet because I've seen him play so fucking well. But where he's at now, and that is probably more to do with Panarin and Mika with the dry hair and maybe some other guys on that team.
Panarin's been going ham with the buzz cut.
Oh,
Pasha's hard right now. Listen,
it's the whole thing, right?
I actually shaved it because I went to a barber and I got a tough cut. And
I heard
was
that.
Like,
Yeah. But
You
then
didn't
you
even-
tied it in and
you
made
didn't
it
even
a-
go to another
I was
barber.
like, oh, we were talking about Panarin struggling, and then we were talking about him getting the buzz cut, so I'll just kind of joke around.
Oh, that was good. Good
Yeah.
bit.
And the fact I hadn't won at my DraftKings busy bets, so I was coming off trying to get off the schneid.
If you got a bad haircut that you had to shave, would you go to another barber or have that guy shave it?
No, you would have to go to another barber,
Yeah.
right? Of course.
He didn't.
Did you get a different guy to do it?
No,
He
no.
just said just take it off.
So you sat through with the same guy and said,
Yeah, it was tough
wow,
because
that's
I'm
an
like,
awkward.
Wow,
oh,
I
it
didn't
was
know
super.
that.
It was super.
12
I didn't know
minutes.
these.
Yeah. Oh,
So
dude.
basically, you were
Great.
like, "Hey, this was this bad. Fix me."
That guy
by
should have been like,
shaving it."
dude, I quit.
Bud.
I'm done.
That guy should have said no.
Wait,
because,
did he
like,
charge you?
But yeah, no, I
for
oh,
2 haircuts.
I
He
didn't know
charged
this.
you for a
So-
second haircut?
no.
He's like, I would have been 30, but now
no,
I'm 60.
No,
Tell the truth.
I paid full pop and I tipped him the 20%, but I was in the barber chair at one point with the clippers in my hand, shaving my own head. I knew you'd love that one.
How did you not tell us that?
Because I was
Like,
waiting.
like, just
Because
give
I
it
was
to me,
waiting for
dude.
the perfect moment. So
oh my God.
so
Just give me those.
no.
That is insane.
Is that what you said?
yeah, because
Hey, just give me those.
because at one
Where'd you
point.
go? Just give me those.
If I'm
Sorry,
that guy, I'm quitting.
I
I'm
spilled
like, I'm
I
done,
spilled
I
water in
retire.
my seat here, so
Where
I had
was
to.
this? What town?
I'm not going.
Tell me who.
Just like the workout place. We're not going.
What
going
the
in-
fuck's his name?
But listen, he was having a tough day. He was a great guy. Like learned how to cut hair during cold. We had
That
a great
day.
conversation. he did
Maybe
a
talk
he,
less.
he,
He
he
I
did
learned
a,
how to cut
Talk
in
less.
2027.
he did a tutorial. He slept at a Holiday Inn Express the night before.
He's only shaved guys' heads.
Yeah. So he did a brutal job of fading it like into the top part on the side. And I'm like, oh God, this is like, oh, and then I was like, take it down to like a 5-6 on top, and then we'll see if we can figure it out. So then it got to the point where it's like, hey, just shave it. But then I think at that point we'd done it with a 5, and then he was cleaning up the sides to make it a little smaller and kind of taper it in. And then he started going back over the top, the front with the 4, so he forgot to put the 5 back on. And so then
Rat tail.
And he's got
So-
it on TV that night.
yeah, so I'm like my heart rate must be at 300.
Oh, you
beats
knew
per
it
minute.
was happening?
Yes,
Yeah, there's
and
mirrors.
I go, sir, what clip is that you just used? And he goes, a 5 or a 4. Or if no, he goes a 5, and then he looked at it, he goes, oh no, a 4. And I'm like, yeah, he's like, on top it was supposed to be a 5. Like now you could see it's like clearly
Oh,
smaller.
a video of this would be unbelievable.
Yeah, but
One
like,
up top and a 4 on the side.
so I just go, I'm like, shave it. I pay, I thank him, and like I get out of there. And then when I got back to Arizona, I went to my guy and
You
got
had
it.
to
like,
redo it again.
again, so I had to go double
3
cut.
cuts in 2 days.
No,
Wow.
Cost him $150.
Wow.
But hey, man, he was having a tough day. We were clicking like, New York Rangers were at home in the first 5 fucking games of the year. And that's, that's it. You lose some. Now, I am grateful that
Can't have a bad day as a
I don't
barber.
have the worst shaved head, so it's not the worst thing in the world. And it also kind of felt good, like Panarin and Bobrovsky do, where they just go completely bic and start fresh. And
Wait, no. Hold on. You showed the head. You have one of those.
yeah,
Yeah,
Sharpay
fucking
head. Yeah, I got Sharpay
Can we
head.
talk about that again?
So bad.
Because I just saw
Would you say your
Dylan
brain?
Dennis.
My brain's deflating. You know what it's because I'm not getting enough oxygen up through my nose.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, we're gonna fix that. Dr. Doug. He's gonna put the balloons up your nose.
Yeah. But
go to that barber.
I knew that was going to come back up,
That's
and
so good.
I had the clippers in my hand, and sometimes when I do
What
shit,
did he do? Did he step
Imagine
back?
walking
Did
in
he
and
do the
seeing a
step
guy
back?
cutting his own hair with
Or
a
did
barber
he
behind
help
him.
you cut your own hair?
He's
like, "Move it a little left."
He was being cool, and once again,
That guy starts breaking down at the hockey
he gets his
games.
pointer.
Yeah.
See, I would have gone to a new barber, as you
course,
said.
yeah.
I would have
not like stick it in his
Yeah.
face. I
Yeah,
know.
you say, oh,
Yeah.
thanks. That looks great.
especially
Hat,
when you're getting
walk
the
there.
shaver. You
Yeah,
can go
but-
anywhere quickly.
no, I know, but I had I had a game to go. Like we were doing TNT, and it was the afternoon, so I was just panicking. I'm like, and then I'm like, oh God, now I got to walk into the studio, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh, you got your haircut, and I'm just like, fuck, like. Now I got that to deal with. My anxiety was through the fucking roof.
I want everybody to chip pucks in and just go after it.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Your Corsi rating and all that bullshit. Why don't we have a rating for who chips in the most pucks? Best chip and hunter gatherer.
kind of like punter stats, where if you could place it into an area and then get it back yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that is a part of the game that's missing.
I think that,
and when you watch Florida, Jans, they still do it.
Yeah.
Lundell, fucking Marshy, all those guys.
I believe there is an analytic or a stat that does track who does that the best.
Did you just make that up?
No, I think there is, and also from
like best dumpins.
No, that's why. Like I think that
It's
most
an award
like Hyman's unreal at it.
Yeah,
he's a hound. He's a hound.
A great chip
Lehkonen
chaser.
is a hound. There's certain guys where they don't need to dangle you. They're just gonna say, "I'm gonna go put it there. I'm gonna go get it back," and then my guys will be set up in position.
Bennett.
Bennett, because here's what I was thinking on the way over, and then we can wrap it up if you guys want.
I wanted to ask you about your LA lifestyle, the acting stuff. We're gonna finish with that.
What I want to understand is who wants to go in and get the most pucks, because when I was playing and you guys were D, you remember that feeling when you were getting grinded on by a line, and it was just shift after shift. These fucking guys do not stop coming.
No, and like try to beat me and back pressure my poke check. Like, don't put it in again.
Yes.
Pivot, take a hit. Pivot, and it's just like exhausting.
These are from two guys that played high-level NHL games. Is that not the worst type of team to play against?
And we played against third, fourth liners, so it was every fucking night.
Right.
If I didn't like when they tried to chip it, I tried to knock it down every time. If I missed it, I said, fuck off, and then let them get it.
Right.
And similar to forwards, Michel Therrien, all he wanted was from a defenseman was to not get beat to that puck and take an enormous hit getting it deep.
Be first touch.
If you let the guy get it first and then hit him, like which people do, he would lose his mind. And if you went back and chipped it D to D and got a concussion, he would hug you.
Right.
It was like, that is a winner. That is how we're gonna win.
Right.
Want a cigarette?
The worst, the worst was if there was a little bit of separate. I didn't mind it if you were right on me, but if you were like 4 or 5 feet away,
brutal.
you're like, oh God. Because if I turn up, I'm getting blown up.
Killed.
If I go around, I'm getting blown up into the glass.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's, I mean, I still think about it.
So why don't we play in waves like that? Why aren't there teams?
Well, the champions do.
Yeah. Like Florida does.
The champions do. And it's like, all right. And when the Bruins won 14 years ago, they did it. And the Kings did it. And the Blackhawks, I don't think of them as like Kings, Bruins, Panthers champions, but they had guys who did it.
What do you mean? The Bolins? The
Guys
but I think of
there's
more
6
skill.
guys that did it. They knew they were doing it every fucking
A little
night.
bit more puck possession.
Yes.
Much like Colorado when they
But even Hossa, he'd dump it in. He'd go get it.
Vegas, they started this whole thing basically.
Their third, they would roll 4 lines. Their fourth line was
Even
playing 12
Vancouver,
minutes.
when they were humming, they obviously had the Sedins and stuff, but like Rafi Torres coming in on the
Burrows.
forecheck, fuck off. Like
Sedins were incredible at chipping and chasing.
Mm-hmm.
They would come in heavy on you, you know,
Nightmare.
or there was always a guy on their line that, you know, was coming in from the other side. That's how you have to play. So LA, you like LA. What do you got on Raya fired up for tonight?
I thought he meant the Kings.
Do you pay extra to swipe like multiple times? No, you don't need to.
No.
But this is the hotbed. So you've had these lined up for a while?
Yeah, there's a few that I talked to. Actually a few girls that I used to see that are here that I like. I always like
back to the well.
I like to rekindle.
I
like to rekindle.
So my life is
give us a day.
Yeah, what's your week like?
When you wake up.
Well, we've been touring schools for the last 3 weeks, which is
it's a big dick contest.
Oh, for Nasher?
Yeah. So you got to go in and, you know,
private
do the dance.
It'll be kindergarten.
What's that
next
cost?
year?
Kindergarten, way too much, bro.
60
You know how many fucking cameos I have to do? I have to make $100,000 to pay for school. It's like
one kid,
60K.
Oh, yeah.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Now
kindergarten, they're
never
fucking
gonna-
picking their nose.
I mean, they kind of are. Some of them are, but no, I think you can definitely see the difference between private and public. There's no question.
Yeah.
So we've been touring schools. Actually Mike Comrie wrote a nice recommendation letter for us for Nash. One
Billionaire's
of the
cut.
Nice.
You know,
He's the best.
MC's the best. What a player! I'll take an MC on my team
He
these
was a
days
dog.
because he'll
He would,
stick
like,
that.
fight.
He'd
He was
fight
tough.
guys.
And he was mean and a
Yeah.
little bit nasty. Scored some big goals. I either do jujitsu or I do hot Pilates, mat Pilates.
That's
Silver
early.
Springs.
Say like 8 in the morning, 9.
After
Yep.
drop off.
Yeah, but you know the games are early, so 4. So I get the pointer stick going at
Ooh.
4. Usually I have an audition at 12 or 1. By the way, I
A
think
couple times a week you're auditioning?
Yeah, 3 or 4. I've
Wow.
emailed Michael Mann
Dude, that movie,
Every
I saw they're getting
single-
bail.
every single day. I think it was almost 3 weeks. It's been 3 weeks. Cold call.
What's he directing?
They're about to do Heat 2.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you've never
Christian
seen
Bale
that.
and Leo.
He's never seen Heat.
Did we talk about that?
Yeah,
last
we
week?
Yeah,
think
no,
we did.
You still haven't watched
I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
Holy fuck.
I know.
You
I,
won't- you
I'm
won't
on my
watch it.
16th.
You got to tell him it's There Will Be Blood, and then
Oh my God.
Just put the Heat DVD in the There Will Be Blood cover.
yes.
And he'll
Okay.
put it in. And be like,
Miles Teller is making a movie called Johnstown Scrap, which is a hockey movie
Oh, interesting.
that's clearly based in Johnstown. I've not seen the script yet, but it's
I played for Wheeling. I should be in it.
I agree. I couldn't agree
Should
more.
be some extras,
So,
at least.
the Heat 2, Christian Bale, love Christian Bale.
Yeah.
And then him and Leo are going to be like co-stars in it.
I don't think any deals are done. I think there's a lot of names floating around, but I think they're making
I feel
So
like
has he responded
I
to you?
feel like Leo is above like a reboot.
It's not a reboot. It's their lives
Prequel?
before. It's their lives before Heat and their lives after Heat.
prequel sequel.
Yeah,
The combo?
yeah. The
Has that ever
combo.
been-
Has anyone? No
Never
one's
been
ever
done.
done it.
Wow.
Not really.
Sort of like The Godfather 2 had it.
Yes.
A little bit.
Mm.
No
A
shit.
little bit where they had prequel, sequel.
Damn.
But I mean, I was gonna ask you. We just interviewed Andrew Santino. We were talking about comedians and
Yeah.
like seeing a young comedian being like, that kid's got it. I saw Crosby. Oh my God, something's different. When you've acted with certain actors, is it so evident on set? Like
Yeah.
this guy is so good at his gig.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty sick. And it's just all about their mannerisms, the way they present
A
themselves.
lot of these kids, though, they were on a stage from out of a womb.
No. Like Damon, I'll tell you can take Damon as an example. I saw him one specific shot during the Odyssey. We were in Iceland and it was terrible conditions. It was raining. It was like the worst conditions you could ever possibly think of. And I saw him do a moment, a little piece of a scene where he tweaked it 3 times. And it was like he just took a dial and he went like that.
His voice or his body, like
And then he went like that, and then he went like that. Just, you know, a little more weighted on each one. There was something. No, nothing was different.
something where the naked eye, like me, I probably wouldn't notice.
Well, you wouldn't notice because you weren't there, so you see the final.
No, but I'm
choice.
saying even if I was there,
Oh,
to
you're-
me, they'd
are
no,
look
you
similar.
would feel it.
Are
Okay.
you saying
Even, you
the-
would feel it.
And the
Are you-
producer's not telling him to do it like the best players where they just go out and do it. Like he's figuring it out himself.
are
The
you saying that they
director-
did a round and then they redid it and then the adjustments he made in the second time around are what blew you away?
The adjustments that he did from the first take to the second take to the third take, and it was discussed. Like, I think there was a brief conversation about maybe a little bit of a tweak. And then I just saw the escalation very quickly.
How much dialogue are we talking? A minute of talking?
No, probably like 3 lines.
Wow.
Wow.
And then maybe
That's
he
the
did
difference.
something. Yeah, the weight was like a little bit different in the second line on the second take. And then the third one, it was just, that's the difference.
And what? Yeah. So
It's
I
like
guess-
the sickest seam pass you've ever seen. You know
Yeah,
when a
yeah.
guy can throw a seam pass and you go,
Just like, oh.
And it's the
my
difference between
God.
getting it picked off or sending a guy on a breakaway.
Yeah.
Like that's
the,
what is
the
what is the,
millimeters.
what is
Yeah.
the thing within film where like directors and star actors like battle? Like is it the directors that are more difficult?
Shia LaBeouf and
You
that
got to
co-
see Megalopolis. You got to see Megadoc, the documentary that they made on the last Coppola movie.
Yeah, it's Coppola and Shia
Megalopolis.
LaBeouf, and they
they're
were
battling?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
they're battling.
Oh,
like,
I'd love to see that.
Oh, they're battling.
And
like
whose
crazy.
fault is it more? Like,
It was Shia's on this one.
Okay.
Because he's
What's it called?
Megadoc. It's a documentary that they made on the making of Megalopolis, which is Coppola's last movie that he self-financed that was a big bomb. But Shia was a fucking nightmare on it. And you know, he pulled John Voight into it a little bit but Voight was just trying to keep the trains on the
God.
track. You got to watch it. I have not been on a set like that yet. So that's
okay.
So that's very interesting I guess I've just been lucky, or thank God hasn't put me on one of those sets yet, because maybe I wouldn't have been ready to be in that situation. Now I would just sit back and go, oh, this is fucking
It's like a
great.
poisonous
Whose
locker
side are
room
you
if it
taking?
happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
It's
then there's
very
people
dangerous.
picking sides, and you're like, this movie's not going to end up.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. But to talk about Damon again, like, this is a guy that can stand up at the plate and go, he's like an Ohtani to me. And if you look at Damon right now, I think he's gonna, it's really about to pop off once the Odyssey comes out. Matt Damon has put a fucking hell of a career up on the board
yeah.
as an American actor. I mean, living right now, who's had a better career?
So many
Maybe
different
Leo.
Tom
roles.
Cruise,
De Niro.
maybe Tom Cruise. Yeah,
He's top 5.
Yeah.
He's
Damon hasn't done as many.
Clooney.
Cruise has done a lot of Mission Impossibles and.
Oh, you're saying of
franchises.
like high level body of work as far as like range.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
look
say
at
a
him.
one trick pony.
Damon's incredible.
Look at Damon in Good Will Hunting, and then look at him in
Born.
What's the
Departed.
Or we bought
Departed.
We bought a zoo.
The Departed? He's this rat.
Bought a zoo. I
Yeah,
love
the
We
Born
Bought a Zoo.
Born Identities, and when they changed him out of the Born Identities, that was a fucking disaster. Like, what are you doing?
But
Who filled in?
Damon turned down Heat
Couldn't
too.
even tell you.
No shit.
He what?
Yeah, I'll probably get in trouble for saying that.
He what?
He got offered Heat too, and I just don't think, I think he's Matt Damon and he can choose, it doesn't, the attraction of being in big movies isn't what drives him. I think he's got to know.
He's more like, he wants a certain
What are a
script.
few
I
more
want a
Damon
challenge.
movies that we're not giving enough credit to right now?
Matt Damon movies that are phenomenal.
Dude, he's Interstellar.
That was great.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's bad.
What
guy in
about
that.
Argo?
Oh, the one where
Argo was
the
good.
one where the
Damon and Argo? No, that's,
No, that was
that's
the
Affleck.
one where
Yeah,
the it's like a timeline, and he's like on the train and meets the girl, or the bus and meets the girl.
Speed.
No. No, I know what you're talking about. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to embarrass myself. It's got a weird title. No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. My point is that the superstars,
The girl on the train, or
they don't have to tweak their movements and their adjustments. You can feel them. They're more visceral than like,
A line.
or an action.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
being driven by action. That's how weighted, that's how real it is for them at that moment, which I think is just, it mirrors. I watched Ohtani. I watched all those games, and
he's
like,
insane.
It's the most insane thing I've ever seen.
but it's also just a guy that's so dialed in, right?
It's like a giant. Like you're seeing a giant do something.
Yeah, did you see the thing that came out about what he wrote when he was 14? He wanted to be the first overall pick in the Japanese league.
Mm-hmm.
And he had 7 different things that were going to get him there. And around those 7 things, he had 6 squares that would help him accomplish that part that he needed. It's the most mature, incredible thing. I'll find it. And it's like, that is why this guy, or
Well,
one
the
of the
Japanese
reasons this
are-
guy.
Oh, they
They're
got to
so
figure it out.
incredible.
They're the best.
They're so, what's the word I'm
Efficient,
efficient and like
respectful.
stay by the book and just
No bullshit.
dedicated.
There's no
Yeah,
bullshit.
dedicated.
There's no
Discipline.
bullshit.
Discipline.
Disciplined. They're so disciplined, but I'll find this and maybe we can put it on the
So a couple
episode.
ones we didn't mention. Rounders.
Oh my
Rounders.
God.
Wow,
Phenomenal.
I have that on
Rounders,
DVD.
you could put your
Pay
whole, you
this
could
man
rest the
his
whole
money.
career.
Yeah.
Pay this man his money.
Alligator
blood.
I never
Yeah.
saw this one, but apparently it was good. Dogma's
Dogma's
good.
Kevin Smith. That's a big cult.
Hey,
movie.
honestly, probably my favorite Matt Damon movie, Talented Mr. Ripley.
Talented Mr.
That
Ripley.
one is fucking
I don't know if
unreal.
I've seen that.
Oh.
A young Jude Law. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they got nominated for that.
Yeah, it
Keep
should.
going. Keep going. Has he done a sports movie?
He's done-
Ford
he
versus Ferrari.
And
He's
he did
done some
Air.
weird ones.
Air.
with the MJ. Yep.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I like
Yep.
that movie.
What are the weird ones, Biz? Tell me what a weird movie is.
Just like ones that you'd be like, eh.
Tell
Say it.
Here.
Get the pointer out.
Come on.
Was he in the Talented Mr. Ripley?
Like he was
Yeah.
in. Like
We
he
already
was
say
in.
that. I'm looking at Otani
and
stuff.
I'm not shitting on this movie, but you're like, I never saw it. We Bought a Zoo.
We Bought a Zoo was
Phenomenal.
incredible. Sigur Rós did the soundtrack.
Good.
Unreal?
Good, feel
Okay,
good.
all right, all
Feel
right.
good.
Such a
Yeah,
good-
yeah.
Happy Feet. He was
Un- Unbelievable.
Happy Feet was huge, bro.
Happy
I think
Feet's
it made $1
probably
billion.
one of the best animation movies of all time.
Yeah.
It's incredible. The soundtrack lights.
Oh,
Yes.
I wasn't familiar with your game.
Oh.
Keep going.
Promised Land.
Never seen
Don't know that one.
He did The Martian and Interstellar, which were two.
Martian's great.
What about The Monuments Men?
Monuments Men was cool. It was about the Nazis.
What about The Great
stealing art.
Wall?
Oh, that was a bomb.
Okay, what about Downsizing?
Oh, Downsizing was a quirky one. Yeah, okay.
Fish
Whatever.
liked it.
Keep going. Let's finish this strong.
The Last Duel.
Last Duel, I loved it. It was a Netflix movie.
Okay.
Scottish
Oh.
King.
All right, maybe
Yeah.
I'm just
Keep going.
I'm trying to find the one that I was thinking of.
You got to go back to the early stuff.
Yeah, like
too.
he's
Yeah,
in
I'll
the
go
90s.
back. I'll go
That
back.
guy had a fucking what a run.
Yeah, Elysium's in there.
Bagger Vance. That
yeah.
was a sports.
Damn,
sports movie.
Save It Private Ryan. Holy shit.
Everyone was in that, right?
Enough said.
Oh, we didn't even say Saving Private Ryan.
No, we didn't.
He was in Finding Forrester.
I didn't know.
What about The Legend of Bagger Vance?
He
Yeah,
wasn't
we
even
said that.
really in Saving Private Ryan that much, though.
Oh, we never even talked about the Oceans movies.
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
Jesus. Can we end
That's
this
his
now?
franchise.
Top
dude.
five. He's a
Yeah.
top fiver.
He's,
American.
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
he's a big dog.
And
Oceans.
Goodwill Hunting, number one all time.
1, 2, 3.
What do you think Leo's life's like? Or do you know what it's fucking nuts, right?
I think Leo. By the way, have you seen the new movie?
No, I heard it's incredible.
It's great. It's great. Leo's the man. What are you talking about? Leo fucking.
That's what I mean.
He
There's no
lives
one
life.
cooler.
You know, is Leo missing out a little bit because he doesn't have children? Probably, in my opinion. You know, I think that's a thing. How old are you?
I'm 40.
You got a couple of years.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a kid at 50.
No, I kind of told myself 45 recently is where
That's
I
good.
Yeah.
That's a good spot.
I got to
you.
figure out my nose situation first.
I said, well, no, you're going to go see Dr. Doug.
Yeah.
What, you're going to change the shape of your nose?
No. I'm going to be able to breathe through it. That's all I
Oh,
want.
yeah, I can fix that.
Okay.
One trip to
Go to
New
that
York.
barber.
maybe it's
He
just
had to do
hair.
the balloons to himself at the Cairo
Yeah.
to his nose.
And I did say, Biz,
Favorite Leo movie.
favorite Leo movie?
Well, hold on. That can be rollback last
Oh,
question.
No. Favorite movie, Leo movie? Yeah, the Wolf of
There's
Wall
only
Street.
one. Oh, I like beaches.
All right, rollback last question. Use code Chiclets, rollback.com. 20% off your first purchase through the end of the week. CHICLETS on RHOBACK.com. 20% off polo shirts, swim trunks, more. Code Chiclets. Who's your... What are you looking at?
I was
Raya.
thinking of the Adjustment Bureau.
I haven't seen it.
That's the one I was thinking of.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
that
it.
one
Yeah,
either.
71 on Rotten Tomatoes.
So what
we can-
director do you want to work with most?
Next.
Well, Michael Mann, if you're emailing him every day.
Yeah. What else is in the hopper? Yeah, no, that's the one.
Okay.
That's the one. If you're gonna pick, premier projects, man, I don't know how many more movies he's gonna make. I mean, in my opinion, he's the greatest. He's the best living American director. Some of his. I mean, he's made some bangers.
Which ones?
What is it?
Seen The Insider?
With Russell Crowe? That's a great movie.
Major movie.
That's a
Ferrari?
great movie.
Not Ford versus Ferrari. He did Ferrari with Adam Driver and Michael Mann's fucking. You haven't seen Heat, dude.
I know.
You don't even know.
He hasn't seen anything.
Yeah, but there's
He's
some
not a
things that
movie
I
guy.
have seen where that you guys haven't that are classics.
Like what?
Like what?
Have you seen Harold and Maude?
Yeah.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You saw
I don't
that.
know if
My
that's a
grandmother used to
classic.
like it.
Oh, it's top 500
Whoa,
movie all
Michael
time.
Mann did The Last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He did Collateral. That's a good
Collateral.
Tom Cruise
Incredible.
role.
Top notch.
Tom Cruise.
Public
Jamie Foxx.
Enemies.
That was a
Look,
big
Enemies
bomb.
is good.
People liked it though.
Wow.
So when you're trying out for these roles 2, 3, 4 times a week, what are these for?
I auditioned this week for Scandalous, which is a new Sydney Sweeney movie.
Nice.
She plays Sammy Davis Jr.'s girlfriend because Sammy Davis dated a white girl. And so that was one.
So in this movie, how big would your role be? And are you two?
I think that one was 8 scenes, 16 lines. I was the greasy casino floor boss.
Would you be two above playing certain things? Like if there was like no lines and you were basically an extra, you'd be okay?
I just auditioned for this movie called 21 Down, which is based on a true story about a kid that had Down syndrome. He was a kicker and he scored a touchdown for his college team. Sort of
and
like,
you would be the one who had Down syndrome in it?
I don't even think he was kidding.
That's the funniest joke you've ever made.
That's how you end the show.
Was that a joke?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a joke, but I was going to say it as a joke.
Outstanding work.
They're not.
I was thinking of.
They're going to have somebody with Down. They're going to have a Down syndrome kid play the Down syndrome.
Of course,
kid.
Biz. You never saw Peanut Butter Falcon with Shia LaBeouf and a kid
Well,
with Down
I
syndrome?
thought you were going to be the next fucking Gilbert Grape, brother.
I was going to do the thing that you're not allowed to do anymore, like Ben Stiller in...
You never go full retard, he said.
You never go full retard.
Well, maybe it was
Tropic Thunder, I believe it was.
That's a quote. It's a quote. So, hey, Sean Avery, ladies and gentlemen, as always.
Yeah, so guys, we forgot to talk about Larry Brooks. I want to tell you a quick Larry Brooks story. The Rangers took me to arbitration one year, and before arbitration, I got the brief. And I called Larry Brooks and I said, Brooksy, this is terrible what they're saying about me. Here's the brief. Take the brief. I want you to leak it because I want to get the fans behind me. And Larry Brooks, I mean, he had it. He had the scoop. He was so adamant that I didn't send it to him. He said, please don't do it. He advised me, do not do it. And I said, no, I'm doing it. I'm going to go head to head with Slats. So I sent it to him and he ran with it, and it didn't help me. It didn't help me one bit. But Brooksy, I mean, he always did the right thing. He loved hockey players. I'm going to miss him a lot.
Guys, let's take a moment and talk about Cook Unity. No matter what you're craving, small batch meals from Cook Unity's award-winning chefs always hit the spot. Explore an ever-expanding menu, all tailored to your lifestyle, dietary needs, and cravings. Get fresh, not frozen, ready-to-eat meals delivered directly to your door by going to cookunity.com/chicletsfree or enter code chicletsfree before checkout to get premium meals for life. The boys picked out a few meals for all of you guys to try. Grunelli, this entire time, I'm going to restaurants, won't stop talking about the grass-fed ribeye steak. And I was lucky enough to get a sample and taste the stout braised short ribs. They're unreal. They taste amazing, and it's so easy. There's no cooking, shopping, or thinking about how to get the nutrition and comfort meals you need every week. Cooking quality meals takes time, but it doesn't have to be your time. No cleanup or meal planning. Meals are delivered fully cooked. Just heat up in as little as 5 minutes. Get comfort and nutrition delivered in every bite thanks to award-winning chefs at Cook Unity. Go to cookunity.com/chicletsfree or enter code chicletsfree before checkout to get premium meals for life. That's free premium meals for life by using code chicletsfree or going to cookunity.com/chicletsfree. Guys, let's talk DraftKings for a second. Whether it's spinoramas, big hits, breakaway goals, toe drags, doesn't matter. Michigan goals, a glove save, an overtime breakaway that rings off the crossbar. It's all about DraftKings. Live and breathe every one of those moments with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. DraftKings Sportsbook keeps the excitement on ice at full speed From player props to live in-game betting, you're never far from the action. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5, and if your bet wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Own every moment on the ice with DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Chiclets. That's code Chiclets to turn $5 into $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours. Thank you very much to Sean Avery. Nice catching up with him in person. It was a lot of fun. Biz, I've already addressed I'm worried. The Oilers are a bad team. They have horrible goaltending. They can't score 5-on-5. It's a disaster. What do you say about your team?
I think we talked a little bit about the Leafs in the Avery interview, and I'm officially on a Leaf strike. I'm not talking about the Leafs.
Wow. Ambassador jacket done.
Until they win 3 games in a row, I'm not talking about the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay. All right. I will maybe talk for you at some point then, because I love enjoying how they're playing so poorly.
Well, they're fucking
they look
slow.
So slow.
They're fucking slow.
You knew he couldn't do it.
They're fucking slow, and they need a fucking wake-up call, and they need to stop sucking their thumbs.
Yep.
You're playing in the NHL. You're probably the most best treated organization as far as the players are concerned. You got fucking every meal accounted for. You're flying on the nicest plane. You're staying at the nicest hotels. I don't give a flying fuck what the excuse is. Just start winning some goddamn hockey games. Because if you miss playoffs and you make me look like a fucking idiot this year,
3 games in a row.
You don't even fucking want to know
we're gonna need.
what I'm gonna do.
I know in Boston,
you don't
gets
even
your
want
first round pick. Oh my god!
Oh,
and then G's laughing. G's laughing with his pigtails and his big gut.
Yeah,
his lesbian G just laughing at you, scissoring with someone. That'd stink. We're now going to throw it over to the empty netter boys. This is Chris and look at this. He's just in his own world.
Hey,
Chris and Dan Powers, buddies of ours. We met a while ago. They got a good podcast, Empty Netters. So let's throw it over to them right now.
They're basically Merle's protector on the road for when Merle's has a few too many pops.
Well, Merle's loves being like, the Powers brothers dragged me out. It's like, Merle's, you were dying to go out and have beers. No.
Rubber on Merle.
You know that leash that some people put around their kids to make sure they don't lose them when they go on walks through like Central Park? That's what the Powers have on Merle's when they quote unquote take him out on the town wherever we are. So thank you to the Powers brothers for returning him safely every time we're on the road, and
family.
And shout out to the Empty Netters for coming on.
We're now joined by the Empty Netter boys, Dan and Chris Powers.
A lot of mics here.
We're out in your.
I'm going to shut up the rest of the pod. Yes,
in LA. You may know these guys as just the number one schedule release crew in NHL history from this season's LA Kings schedule. You guys are very tight with the Kings.
Yeah.
That's your squad.
We weaseled our way. Dude, I actually feel kind of like a turncloak with how much we've become tight with them. Because like someone asked me the other day if the Bruins and the Kings were in a Stanley Cup against each other, who would I root for? And it's probably the Kings now.
That's crazy.
I think
you'd turncoat. Yeah, you'd turncoat.
Yeah,
you said turncoat.
Yeah, but they take care of you.
Well,
you almost feel like you're part of the team.
And a coat and a cloak.
Well, he's been in LA for a while. He wears a cloak.
I'm the writer here.
You wear a cloak. I'm sorry. I thought it was turncoat. I apologize. I should be chirping a writer.
They should give you an ambassador jacket.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But wear it. Yeah, listen, here's the thing. It's like we just have too many. You can't, we actually talk about this all the time. It's like if you have friends now, it's like I'm not going to root against my friend.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up.
Here's my question.
A couple of the boys.
If invited,
let's
say the Kings win the cup. If invited, do I say yes to going on the parade?
100%.
I just get to be there. And be
Grinelli was legit with the Blues 8 minutes after they won the cup on home ice in Boston.
That was tough.
So like this guy, he's the king of, hey, I'm going to have a good time. I think you said you wanted to party with the cup.
I think everyone's got to have a little RA in them and just party. If there's a party to be at, you be at that party.
Why not?
I mean, we did it with the Panthers.
Elbow room. Yeah. I didn't touch it though. I didn't touch it.
That's true. Yeah.
They were like, you want to drink? Actually,
you're
like, no, I'm waiting for the Kings.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the Kings. I'm waiting for my team to win.
I think I feel too much like a fraud. Like if I touch it, I'm like, I'm a scumbag.
Yeah. It's like, oh, dude.
It's your Western Conference team.
Yeah.
And if they happen to meet, you're in one.
Yeah. And we've been out here fucking long enough. Like,
That'd be sick.
LA's more a home than
Kingsby
Right.
would be sick.
crazy.
Actually.
How
I was
long?
gonna introduce them as like the biggest brothers hockey podcast,
We're
but
fucked.
Yeah.
now that
Yeah, you guys got hosed on that.
We got cucked by
right,
those
yeah, right to the bottom
I
of
was
the
talking to
barrel.
Brady the other day. He was like, "Should we like get on pump the wingman tires?" I was like, "I don't think you need it."
Yeah, did you
buddy,
need my
yeah.
help? Fuck off.
Yeah. No, that would be a
Bundled
fun
us.
collaboration.
Yeah.
Brothers versus brothers, man.
When did you guys start your pod?
We started in 2020. Well, I mean, what's funny is it actually started as a fucking Instagram page.
Yeah.
Like it was during COVID, right after COVID, all production in LA was shut down. So like all of our movies and all that shit was like nothing was going. And the Friday Beers gang hit us up and they were like, "Hey, we read a script that you guys wrote that was about hockey. You clearly know hockey. Can we pay you to make like a Friday Beer style Instagram page?" So at the beginning, if you go back, it's still on there. It's just all fucking stupid memes and those like Friday Beers hero videos. And then the world kind of opened up again. We were talking one day and they were like, "You guys should have a pod." And we straight up said no because of you guys. We were like, honestly, we like Chiclets so much. We don't want to just be like a fucking other like, "Hey, we're."
Yeah, we were just lucky because we were first,
Yeah,
and like
exactly.
that shouldn't deter everyone else from doing it.
Yeah.
Because everybody has their different styles, how they view the game, what they want to talk about as part of the game. Like some people want to dive even deeper. There's like people who are like skills coaches who have ones that maybe they're not getting a lot of viewership, but they're breaking down and articulating the game to people who are like, wow, like that's how that all works. So no, the more the merrier, and you get to collaborate and do. I mean, you guys have been to Chiclets Cups and brought your fans, and no, I think that and especially for hockey, a sport that maybe doesn't get enough recognition or talked about enough. The more the merrier. So it's awesome. You guys do awesome shit.
Dude, we thank you, by the way. But we always laugh when we get like those DMs and people are like, "You guys are the experts," and I'm like, "I'm a fucking idiot. What are you talking about?" Like,
But you guys obviously played growing up and you know the
we
game.
know the game. We still play, still beer.
Yeah,
league
yeah.
heroes.
Listen,
What's your beer league like? They got to be a couple like celebrities in your games and stuff. No?
Definitely. There's you know what's funny? There's 6 teams in the league. And
in the gold league,
it's because there's not that many great play. Not that we're great.
That's
but
the
like,
best.
we're in the gold
Yes,
league.
like the top
Oh, you
league
guys
in
play
LA.
top league. This is competitive.
Was that the- was that-
It's actually insane. Like I've broken my rib twice in this league because
Hey,
guys take it so fucking seriously.
Was that the one that Avery pushed the guy's legs out?
Yes, it sure was. Yep.
So he's banned from that league, right?
yeah.
We just interviewed
Well,
Sean Avery, so
Well,
nice
like a
that this
bunch of
came up.
You know, like Tomer's played in it. Matt Gilroy plays in it. But then you get some like,
hey, can I tell that Tomer story though?
Yeah,
Tomer had one of these
incredible.
skates. It was like wasn't he doing an
Who's
alumni?
Tomer?
Nate Thompson.
Nate
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
He was doing some alumni skate or something. I forget
Yeah.
what it was, but he hadn't been out a lot recently. So he's like, "Yo, can I get out? Can I get a Wednesday skate with you guys?" I'm like, dude, absolutely.
Yeah.
So he shows up, he gets there early, he's taping the stick, he's a little nervous, whatever. We're like, "You're fine, dude. It's gonna be fine."
Come on.
Yeah. Not nervous to play, but he's just like, "Dude, I haven't been out here. Like, I don't know what's going on." I'm like, "You're fine, dude." He starts and he's like, the feet are moving, crossovers everywhere. And I was like, "Oh shit, Tomer's flying. Like, this is crazy. I can't believe how hard
Still
he's
got it.
Yeah, making great plays all over the place. There's a dude in the league who's, he gets under people's skin a lot. He'll give you the lower back, cross check in front of the net. Tomer picks up a puck he's playing center, picks up a puck in our D zone, curls hard out of the corner, makes a move past this kid. The kid reaches for the puck very innocently, tried to get the puck, missed it, stick in between the skates. Tomer trips. Immediate hand up, ref, penalty. All good. Like literally no issue at all. Tomer turns around and like starts speaking to the kid, and the kid's like, "Fuck you," because he gets.
You keep saying, "Kid, this guy's fucking 30
Yeah.
years old."
Did he know who Tomer was?
No, dude.
Oh,
And bro,
okay.
Tomer fucking cross checks him like right here, so hard. And the dude's like, "Yo," and then Tomer drills him again. And then starts to drop him, and the ref's like, "Yo," and I was like, Nate, dude. Like literally,
It was fucking crazy with like because all of our boys are looking at us. They're like, "Oh, cool, Nate Thompson, NHL guys playing beer league with us," and then they're like, "Do we have to get this guy the fuck out of here?" And we're like, "Maybe."
Did you tell him that guy was a little bit of a nuisance on the ice? Did he know that?
Right after, I was like,
I
"This
should've
guy's a
warned
shit stir.
Yeah.
Don't get into it with him."
Oh, he didn't know before.
Oh, you put the
Yeah. Next
you
shift,
gave him the memory of it, and that's why he snapped.
next
He
shift,
thought he was
Tomer
doing it on
follows him to
purpose.
center ice, is hacking him in the back, and the ref is like, "Get in the box," and then Nate sits on the bench, doesn't even get in the
This is
box.
my
and
favorite
you're
part.
Like,
The ref goes, because he gave Tomer too for roughing, and he goes, "Sit down," because they know who he is. And Nate goes, "I'm not getting in the penalty box." And the ref's like, "Nate."
So he was a problem.
he's out of control.
Some of those guys can't turn it off.
At intermission, he
Yeah,
was like,
that's
"Boys, I got to
exactly
apologize.
correct.
I saw red. I don't know what happened." And then he was completely fine after. It
They
was
do
so
the
funny.
ice in between periods?
No, we
Oh,
get 60 seconds to
Say, what is going on?
Just a
It's the gold
regroup,
league.
quick bump. There you go. Back
You're
up
into
there.
playing it.
Hit the
6
bag.
pops, quick bump.
It actually is lit, by the way.
chug
It's so
that.
much money.
Really?
God,
God
yeah,
damn.
'cause
dude.
ice.
I get the
That's
dudes.
the King's practice facility.
Yeah.
Is this at like 10 o'clock at night?
Yep,
Like those
sure is.
10:45, baby.
He had a long.
You're not
Palmer
going
had a
to,
long
you're not
day.
going to sleep
yeah.
till
No.
2.
Get home at 1 a.m. You sit and stare at the ceiling for 3 hours.
Tomer framed his basement all day and then headed over to the rink, and he had a quick wick,
What's
just
is
like
he doing
Jonathan
ESPN
Quick.
now?
No, he's
Or
he's
NHL Network?
NHL, he's got his
doing
pod.
NHL Network.
He's got a pod,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, he's killing it,
Palmer's
dude.
the man.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
he's
I
dude,
play with
he's-
him in Philly. He's the best.
He's such a good hang too, dude.
Great
He does the
guy.
golf tournament with us.
Yeah.
You know, we got to get you guys to that, but he's a blast.
Oh, I wanted to come this year.
What a guy. Yeah.
That sounds like a because you were at like a Ritz this year, weren't
Bro,
you?
we were at Dormy Network Court, Hidden Creek.
Hidden Creek, yeah.
Creek in Jersey. This is great.
Oh, I thought the one in California you were telling me about that.
That was
That's
at
really
the
at the
Ritz.
Ritz.
That
Yeah.
was
like Half
up-
Moon Bay or
Half Moon Bay,
something.
yeah.
But
Dude,
Dormy
it's
was gas.
3
too,
days
though.
worth of just fucking nonstop, all you can eat golf.
Yeah, that's
with style.
Yeah.
That's my style. Those
Exactly.
days are few and far between now.
Yeah.
But I mean, like what you guys have built out here, and like, I mean, did you plan on living here? Like, how did that kind of happen?
Yeah, dude. You
were writing scripts.
Yeah. So Chris was at Duke and I was in Boston, and his grad school lined up with my undergrad. And dude, I was a junior, I think, in college, and I just like hit him up and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Because this fucking, you wouldn't guess it. You've been on the road with this degenerate. G.
You guys go hard, man.
Dude, don't
You guys
lump
go
me
hard.
in.
Yeah,
you guys and Merle's.
And Merle's. I was like, where's Merle's at?
Yeah.
Merle's can drink.
But
dude. And
I mean,
you
this,
know.
my God.
fucking Chris goes to Florida.
Well, you went to Duke. Isn't Duke notorious for a party school?
Yes.
Is it Ivy League?
Not
Southern
technically.
Ivy,
It's Southern
right?
Ivy.
Depends
Southern
who you're
Ivy.
asking.
Yeah, yeah,
Southern
yeah,
Ivy
yeah, yeah.
mean?
If you're
It's-
asking
it's-
someone who went there, yeah.
Yeah.
Just as hard to get into.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
the greatest
Oh,
school.
it is? It's
Yeah.
hard? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
Good school.
But they got a good lacrosse program, and I heard that, I heard it's a pretty good drinking culture.
Yeah. Shout out
They're known for
shooters.
basketball,
Shout out
I
shooters
think.
too.
Shoots,
yeah. Ever heard of the basketball
Lacrosse
team?
program.
They do have a good lacrosse.
Oh, yeah.
They
They got
do.
the basketball.
I know why.
You know Duke from lacrosse,
Coach.
right?
I
you
know-
actually know
Coach
the
Mizzo's
lacrosse.
there. Head coach.
No,
You remember
Coach
the
K.
fucking Duke
Yeah,
lacrosse?
yeah. Those kids, I think they were
Phil
Fucking
Jackson's
Tommy
still
Izzo,
there, right?
baby.
Yeah.
Duke legend.
And Tommy Izzo.
Oh, fuck.
But fuck. So what were you going to school for at Duke?
I was getting my master's degree in electrical engineering.
Wow.
That's what I was getting into.
Okay, you got a
Holy
brain on you.
Dude,
Yeah,
he's got
yeah.
a biomedical engineering degree from Miami.
What are
Wow.
you doing?
Then an electrical engineering degree from Duke.
You're doing a hockey
You're
podcast.
doing the same thing I'm doing?
Yeah.
It was like my junior year. I go, dude, I had a job lined up, like a great business job. I went to business school and I was like, I don't want to do this. I want to fucking go to Hollywood and write movies. And he was like, let's do it.
And had
Wow.
you
Yeah.
grown up like always wanting to do that? Had you
Nope.
written before?
Didn't
No.
know fuck all about
You
it.
just knew he was a guy. If you said, let's do it, he's going to say yes.
100%
Yeah,
that.
yes,
and it was
man,
just
yeah.
like, we both just loved movies and storytelling. And that next year, my senior year, his last year of grad school, we wrote a ton of scripts, entered a bunch of competitions.
Did you finish your degree?
Yeah.
finished.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got
But dude,
all
Biz,
that.
we entered a screenwriting competition on the East Coast and won, and that was like the false confidence of
Nice.
like, we can do this.
Yeah.
Is that different level out here?
Oh, dude.
You want a men's
Yance.
you want a men's hockey league tournament like
Yeah.
Mexico.
I won Chiclets Cup
won a
D
Coast Cup,
division, dude.
It was unbelievable. So we take our fancy degrees, light them on fire, say goodbye to our parents, and drive to LA. And they were like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, our dad, when we left, was like, I can't help you, just so you know. Like, if you're doing this, we can't do anything for you. And we're like, we'll be fine. One of the dudes who was on the board of the screenwriting competition was like, you guys are so good. When you get out there, I will help you. Call me the second you get there.
Yeah,
I'll
get
get you
settled
jobs.
in.
I'll get you set up.
Wow.
We touched down in LA, call this fucking guy, and he goes, oh, I can't do anything for you.
It's like, good luck, dude.
Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah.
I thought you would have vetted that
Enjoy
situation before
Hollywood,
doing
you fucking
it.
idiot.
Welcome to LA.
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect.
So it was like, we got the shittiest jobs we could find.
Hey, though, when we moved, I'm asking advice from anybody, calling
Yeah.
all the school alumni networks, and it's that older generation, right? And somebody was like, you know what you do? You go to a studio, pick your favorite studio, you drive onto the lot, and you say, I'm not leaving till I have a job.
Okay, well,
And
that
I-
could either get you 50% arrest rate,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
hey, fuck, 50% of them got
So
a
Biz,
job.
I drive.
Let
to
me
the
tell you which
Paramount
50
lot.
it hit
I
with
drive
him.
to the Paramount lot, and I meet the desk, and I go, hey, how you doing? They go, you go, good. I'd like a job, and they go, oh, great. Who are you meeting with? And I was like, well, no one yet. I would like to have a job here.
And I'm not leaving.
Yeah, and they're like, no, I understand, but like, who are you? And I'm like, no one, but I'll meet with anyone. And they go like this. Oh, no problem. Hold on one second. bang security down in 2 minutes, escort me out of the studio.
I was working security.
That was good advice.
I was like, fuck.
Great advice. Dude.
I was hoping it was going to be the other 50%.
Yeah, me too,
the final
dude.
answer. God damn, yeah.
Killed me.
Oh, it's
So so you never called the guy beforehand to fucking be like, hey.
Oh, I
Confirm.
did multiple times.
Oh,
He was
okay.
like, I
So
got you.
yeah. He didn't believe you were gonna fall through.
He was like
it.
telling his buddies, "Watch this! I got these two
Yeah.
idiots that are gonna move out."
Showing it the text to his friends.
Ashton Kutcher pops out.
He's done it to the winner.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's like,
Got our first credit on Punk.
Yeah,
God.
Dude, next thing you know, I'm bartending at a Buffalo Wild Wings in Crenshaw.
Ooh.
Yeah, fact.
Is that
First one.
dangerous?
Oh, well, yes.
It sounds like it's in a rap.
So that
Crunch
was the craziest job of all time. Worst job and best job. Is an absolute fucking party every single day. At this
free
place.
mozzarella sticks.
Oh my
dude.
God.
We'll go wings on Tuesday.
Kidding
You
me?
shitting me?
$3.25 Long Island iced teas on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Because of course everyone knows on Tuesday you want to be gassing Long Island.
Ladies'
bars.
night Wednesday, Buffalo Wild Wings.
My-
Trivia
lady.
night.
My last day at that job, I'm standing behind the bar. It's like a Wednesday.
Singing karaoke.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
one
Cutting your
there.
own hair night.
This crackhead walks
Funny
in.
said that.
Looks like Ed Norton in fucking American History X. Walks in, sits at the bar. He's got like a trench coat on and nothing else. He's got pants on. And he's sitting there and he's rocking back and forth. And he's like, hey, man, Mike said he could get me a drink, man. Mike's got me a drink. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Just tell me who Mike is and I'll get you a drink. And he's like, it's Mike, man. He's over there. And I'm like, all you need to do is point to a guy and I'll go see if he's getting you a drink. And he's like, fucking, all right, hold on, man. Hold on. He goes into the bathroom, comes back, drops approximately 37 cents in assorted change on the bar. And he goes, there you go, man. I'll do a vodka cranberry. And I was like, this is nowhere near enough. And I still don't know who Mike is.
You gotta get him for him.
Yeah,
at that
right.
point.
And now I'm like, do I just give this guy a drink so he doesn't kill me? He then proceeds to open his coat, pulls out a, disposable shitty Bic razor. And I'm like, fuck's going on here? And then proceeds to dry shave his bald head and gashes himself open like nothing I've ever seen.
Of course.
He's just dumping blood down his face onto the bar, all over the place, not responding at all. He's just sitting there like staring at me, just shaving his head.
Did you get him the drink?
Dude, I go, hold on one second. Walk out from behind the bar, go into my manager's office. I go, I'm quitting. See you guys later.
And you got a guy up there that's
He
bleeding
looks
on the
over.
bar.
Mike is the guy that sent you guys out
Dude,
to LA.
I look at the manager's name tag. It says Mike.
He's drinking with the guy on the other side of the bar.
You see him? That's them.
Some guy. Mike's actually the guy who was on the board of the screenwriting company.
Yeah.
He's just coming to hop.
Gotcha.
Oh fuck. What so who do you you obviously the Kings, like who are your other teams? Like what are you liking so far this year in the league? Like let's talk more current NHL. Like what's getting your mojo going? Like you guys talk about Olympics on your
Oh
pod.
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time?
No, I'm fired up about Olympics. There's a couple. I'll go first. There's a couple that got me fired up. I always loved Sid growing up. Who didn't, I guess. But so I always felt some affinity to the Penguin just because I wanted to see him succeed. Because all that pressure, dude.
Oh,
and
for
just to be like, oh my God, he did everything they asked. So I've always liked the Penguins. And these last few years has been such a nightmare.
Brutal.
That I'm like, trade him. And I know we don't need to get into that, but I don't want to see him go out like this. This year's been so crazy because if they're for real, then I'm glad he's staying and it'll be fun to watch him run.
Right.
But if they fade and end up missing again by a place or two, they weren't bad enough to trade him. You know, so I'm like, God.
Yeah, and they
Oh, I think he lasts at least a couple more years. I said that this might not be his last Olympics. He's a year older than Brad Marchand. You agree with me?
I never thought of it.
I could see him playing in 4 years.
Buddy, these guys have got
Easily.
it. These
and
guys
you're
have got
taking
it.
him if
I
he
never
is.
even thought of it.
Like you think you're leaving Sid home from the
No,
Olympics? No chance. So like I could see it too.
Well, but also like, could you see him playing in 5 years in the NHL?
Well,
Five would be the max. I
You know
think.
what?
Five more.
Yeah, because I mean, Marchie just signed a
4 or 5
6 year.
more.
I don't see him retiring before Marchie now, where Marchie's going to be
old was
1 year
Jumbo?
younger.
Jumbo was
42 maybe?
Yeah, 42, 43, I think.
I was thinking about this the other
Yeah, was he
day.
that old?
Other than Sid, and we'll see if Russia can fucking.
I don't
play.
think.
Is there anyone from the 2014 Olympics that are going to be playing in these games other than Sid, Ovi, and Barkov?
Well, Ovi's not because of the fucking.
That's what I was saying. I don't know if they're going to play or not.
Oh, 2014, Carlson had to be on.
Carlson was on that
There had
team.
to be-
Bob,
and he'll probably make it. Yep. Some of the Russian guys, right? Bob
What's
was
your
on
question?
that.
Was
team.
anyone on 2014 that's still playing?
That was even in those games because, like,
Yeah, I know.
Other
It's
than
11 years
Carlson,
ago.
Dewey, right?
Dewey, yep,
Yeah.
good.
Anyone
yeah.
else on Canada? Marshawn wasn't on that team.
So Dewey's a lock for the team. You think Team Olympics?
I would say this latest injury makes it complicated, but I would be shocked.
It's not broken foot, right? It's just
not broken foot.
Week or so, 2 weeks, who knows?
Even if he's not starting in your lineup, he's your 8th guy.
I just think in what world do you not
They
take
just
that
they
guy?
loved him so much at Four Nations.
Right.
Oh, he was
Like the team.
huge.
I feel like also like when you're comparing him a guy like McCarr or even like Harley, he's not there. But I feel like in a big game, he just the moment's not too big for him. So maybe
He's a gamer.
Where his skills at, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, look at Four Nation. He was amazing.
Yeah.
Brady Kachuk running him through the endpoints every game.
But he's
Didn't
also
care.
good enough, and he's been the guy before, right? But he's good enough where he can be the 6th guy and be happy and
100%.
play 16 minutes or whatever and still be effective.
Or be the 8th and doing helicopter cock in the locker.
Right.
Yeah,
and he's going to have a
which
good
he
time.
will do.
You
Yeah,
need
which
that
he
if
will
you need
do.
a gold medal.
He's doing that.
100%.
He's doing that.
I've been
for
loving
gold.
G and I were talking a little while ago about specifically the Atlantic. Remember when we were calling it the Catlantic?
Atlantic,
Yeah.
And we kept asking, like, when is the switch going to happen? And we thought maybe last year. And when you look at it now, Boston's obviously pulling this Houdini act of God knows how long that's going to last. But seeing Detroit, Montreal, Ottawa all of a sudden potentially taking over for Tampa, Florida, and
The Leafs.
the Leafs has been cool to see.
You still didn't say Buffalo.
Yeah.
Dude.
But they've been like better. I mean,
Dude,
yeah, it's not.
it's a nightmare.
Yeah,
It's
if
an
you-
absolute nightmare, that team.
I think Detroit, Ottawa, and who else did we say?
Montreal.
And Montreal are
Montreal's
like
good.
way happier where they're at than
Yeah.
Buffalo is.
We were talking about it last episode. Where is even Buffalo? What do they even say they're
New
doing
York.
right now?
Yeah.
Is it upstate?
Yeah, it's
No, but
on
you know
the
what I mean?
lake.
Like, what are they saying in that room? Like, what are they building towards?
Right.
I don't know. It's devastating.
They're in trouble, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just doing a better job. And it's like even the 3 teams that you mentioned, or the opposite of the teams you mentioned. So like Toronto, Tampa, and Florida, they could actually be the top 3 in the division by the time the year ends, right? So
Correct.
it's
Yeah,
kind of
flip.
the parity's there. The flip is coming, but fuck, it might take another two years.
Yeah.
Like I think Florida, they're going to get healthy. They're going to start humming here.
Correct.
But do you think Toronto,
I think
Tampa,
Toronto's
and
in
Florida all
trouble.
make it?
I think Toronto's in trouble, but I think they make
They
it.
all make it. Yeah.
Yes. I also feel like New York's going to make it now. But
Rangers.
They're in the
yeah, but I think all of our emotions now, because we're so tapped into our phone, they're going to change week to week.
Yeah,
Like it's just like that's the parity now. And I mean, fucking everyone, the roof's burning in Toronto. They're 4 points out of
so true.
the bottom of the
Exactly.
division.
Like Boston's the top of the Atlantic right now, and if they're not the best team in the
Right.
Atlantic.
Yeah.
It's just come on.
Yeah, I'm not ready to hit the panic button yet, but I think that where the league's at now, we're through kind of I don't want to say the boring part of the year, but everyone's neck and neck, and it's kind of nice. I think our league and our game's in a great place.
Oh, the best.
I don't think though they need, with all the injuries in a condensed year like this, they shouldn't go to 84 games.
Agree.
And they shouldn't expand the league. The owners are going to get greedy and they want the money, and I get it. But the product, I feel, is maybe a tad watered down. Let the quality of players and the quality of play get better, and then do it. Like wait 5-7 years to do it. Because I think that the growth in the States and all these big markets, like, you know, hockey in Florida, like all these guys who retire there, like there's going to be studs coming up more and more over the next, look at Horkov's kid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my opinion on the state of the game. I kind of rambled there, but that's
what about for LA, like this Kopitar last season? So like Sid, I think in Malkin, they exchange jerseys.
Yeah,
They did it in
Ovi did
Washington with Ovi. Like, have you gotten to know him at all? The way people speak around. We got to interview him last year.
Yeah.
He's just the man. And like, you see the respect that all these guys have for him when he still never became like a true household name to non-hockey
No,
like
you're right.
diehards.
You're right. I think I always hated, being a Bergeron guy when they talked about the Selkies, and for such a long period, it was those two, right? Like they were battling, and people always bring up the West Coast bias thing of like, no one gives a shit about hockey in LA when it comes to voting and stuff like that. And I don't buy that fully, but I do think it's true with him. I think it's like, you cannot really describe how good he is and how good of a person he is. I've never seen anything like how good of a person that guy is.
Yeah,
It's fucking remarkable. The way he has time for every single person in the room. When he did his retirement announcement, we're in this like little meeting room here in LA. He stood in there for an hour and a half and talked to every single person in that room.
Wow.
And it's like, you then see stuff too.
It's like Donor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great comp.
It's like you can't imagine 90 minutes after a game just like sitting in your wet hitch, just like talking to every single person, giving
being
them your
present
time.
too, like
being
those guys are
present.
different
Yeah,
level.
it's a lot to shoulder, and I don't think people realize how much it takes.
No question. And it's like when he's going up to Canada, they play Montreal, Toronto. He's like sending a video of him and his kid Jakob playing on the Bell Center ice, and he's like, "This is the greatest moment of my life."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that fact
He
that
said that was his favorite rink to play.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what a fucking good dude.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Dude, you know what else I'll say about him that Merle's told me about Sid that you can speak to, I'm sure? It was, I think it must have been at Four Nations, but it was like one morning, Sid and McKinnon are out on the ice at 7 a.m. And then the next night, Sid's out with the boys.
Yeah.
And Merle's was like, Sid, and you guys obviously know Sid hangs, but he said a cool thing to me where he's like, Sid knows when the boys need him to go. You know what I mean? Like some nights it's like, hey, Sid, just don't be a robot tonight. Come hang with us because we just need a team hang. And Kopi does that so well. Like he's not out all the time. It's not like every time we're out and the Kings have a go night, Kopi's
He
out.
knows when it's a boys'
But it's like when it's time and the team needs a thing, he's there and going, and not And they love him so much for that. You can really tell.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just done it right the whole time.
Absolutely.
You ever play on an All-Star game with him or anything, Jans?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure.
Jans played in the worst All-Star games.
Three worst.
San Jose, Ottawa,
nice flex, eh?
Carolina.
3 worst. Wow.
Yeah. But
That's a title.
3 more than you.
No, I got 2 in the coast.
Oh, shit.
3 more than me.
I did,
Can't imagine those were great places either.
I did, where was the one we did? Oh, actually Boise, Idaho, which might be the best of those 4.
My brother was in that one. He's a cop.
And then the next year I was, what was the other one? The team near San Francisco. It's in the A now.
Baker.
Is it not Bakersfield? The other one.
San Francisco has an AHL team?
No, it's near, it's like 2 hours away. I'm drawing a blank. I think it was where the Calgary Flames farm team was.
Abbotsford?
No, they moved. Anyway, we can move on.
Abbotsford in Canada?
I have no idea.
Yeah, Abbotsford's in Canada. I think that's the Canucks farm team now, or maybe it's Calgary's now. But
oh shit!
You guys got 1 episode a week?
2.
2?
2 eps a week, and then just all the other bullshit in between.
What are you guys doing for scripts now? Like, what's the next play with like a show?
Have you sold one?
Yeah. We've got 2 actually that we just sold, which is
Nice.
really exciting.
What are they about?
So I can tell you more off air.
Okay.
But one of them actually, one is so Mattel made Barbie, and they're doing all these like they're blowing up the whole like Mattel toy thing now. So we met with a few of the execs there. They sent us a catalog of like all their toys. And me and this psychopath go through this catalog. We find this toy, literally it's like a plastic toy from the 70s. And we just kind of like came up with this story that's like this cool kind of like sim. It's like an Ocean's 11 type movie. It's like a heist kind of like drive-in action movie. And everything we've sold before, everything we've worked on before is usually like pretty indie, like kind of like funny drama type stuff. And the first time we pitched this idea, they were like, we meet with them. We get this amazing director who just did the last Fast and the Furious movie. And they're like, okay, this is real. This is like way too big. This is huge. And Chris was like, all right, it's the first time I've ever heard that before. Cause like everything we've ever pitched is like a $5 million, $7 million movie. And
that's what they cost to make.
Yeah. Well, the shit we've done.
Yeah.
And this one's like 200 mil. So they were like, Jesus Christ, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
that's heavy. Yeah.
But it's fucking sick, dude. Like going through all the whole things and like thinking about shooting in like New York, Australia, Italy and shit. It's like,
well, it's cool when there's a budget
wild.
Though, because when you're writing,
yeah,
you're like,
yeah, true.
So then in this scene, they go to like Montauk, and someone will be like, "How about Monaco?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Monaco sounds sick, dude. Let's go to Monaco." Like, holy fuck,
you got a way bigger budget.
Yeah, exactly. Like the script world blows up.
Have you guys ever done one or any that are like guerrilla style where you could do it for like $100,000? And
oh, for sure. I mean, there's like, what's funny is so much of it is. We had a project with some people that we'll tell you also off air, just like actors and actresses who, we had this one movie. It was like a Christmas movie. And I think the budget was like $50 million. And when we went through the budget, fucking 44 million of it was to the actors. And we're like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
and like when you
yeah.
look at it like that, it's like you can make a movie for not that much money, especially if you call in favors. Like if we made a movie, like a small town crime movie in fucking York, Maine, we could do it for 50 grand.
Yeah.
Because you just like it's all locations. It's all what you're paying the crew.
You can get grants in some case.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
Totally. So you
Vancouver
can totally
is
guerrilla
great.
shit.
Yeah,
for sure.
Vancouver does
Yeah.
that. So,
Yeah, yeah.
This does BC. You guys should get
Well,
together.
like that's
There you go, dude.
yeah, like all the, you know, you put yourself out there. So have you guys ever done one of your scripts where you guys are maybe the actors where it's literally cost you nothing? You could set up the cameras like this.
For sure. I mean, and like mostly short films. And
Yeah,
shit
I was
like that.
Okay.
Because like, here's the thing.
So where do you show them? Like, do you post them to YouTube? Do you like?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
And
just to each other.
There's well, wait, there's
no, because like
Here, watch
they
this.
just did Les Mascots with Barstool. That was a 7-episode series that they funded and put out there, right? So it's on YouTube. Like I don't know if there's like what do you call the streaming services or something?
Yeah. So it's a very common and funny thing in LA. There are the famous stories. You ever seen the movie Whiplash? Miles Teller.
Great movie.
Great.
Yes.
Great.
So that was a short film that Damien Chazelle shot, like guerrilla style, made it, raised a ton of money for himself, friends. They shot a short. It was amazing. Then they made the full feature movie, and it's one of the greatest movies ever made. That is the 1 in a billion situation. Every fucking dickhead here in LA
Makes a short film.
They'll start a GoFundMe and they'll call their friends and go, "Hey, give me your money so I can make this short film."
It'll be like Whiplash.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then it fucking sucks, or it doesn't do shit, doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah,
And it's
but that's the risk for the pop though. Like who's the guy who did when he had vote for Pedro?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite. I think like it's like a penny stock. If you're gonna spend 100
Yep.
on a movie,
Yep. And that's another success story. Like those are the indies that Sundance was built on, right? It's
But
like
there's
these-
10 billion of them that haven't
Exactly.
happened.
And what you just said is the correct move. Like what smart, in my opinion, filmmakers or hopeful filmmakers are doing now is putting shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's like you don't need to
Your own
steal your
platform.
fucking
Yeah.
friends' money.
Yeah,
to
like
make it.
because if I felt that I wrote a script with my friend that I thought was strong enough, and I would just say, let's just try to execute this on our own. Like, yeah, it might not be where you are where you need it acting wise or script wise or everything, but you got to learn from doing the process over and over and over. Like fucking show me Tarantino's first film.
Yeah, correct. You're right.
Yeah, so.
There are just ways to like chop it up yourself.
Yeah. So the $200 million budgets, those are, I mean, fuck, how many of those are being made a year?
Not a
Too
lot.
many though, because what happened is the industry went like this because they got to get their money back in opening weekend, right?
Right.
Because after opening weekend, it falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
Correct.
And they used to print on DVD sales too, but they don't get that anymore. So it's like if I'm not making my money back in theaters, we're dead. So the $2 million movies still get made because they're like, we'll probably make that back.
Right.
And the $200 million movies get made because they're like a comic book or what it's like it's
Comic
intellectual
book
property that
sequel.
everyone's like, I'll go
More of
see
the
that.
mid-range movies back then would hit.
Dude,
yeah.
$50 million movies now on like an original. I'm like, hey, I'm Chris. I have an idea. If it's going to cost you $50 million, a studio's like, get fucked, dude.
And at one point they're like, oh, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, cool.
Dude,
This is how
there were studios with that they're not on that. They were like, we make $50 million movies.
Yeah.
They're starting to die. But some people are bringing them back.
Yeah, we're trying.
Did you guys see the new one with Leo? I still haven't seen it yet.
Dude,
Yeah,
haven't
I
either.
actually watched it
haven't
last
seen it.
night.
No shit.
Or no, 2 nights ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
What'd you think?
I mean, it's
Leo.
It's Leo. It's Leo and Benicio del Toro. It's a fucking blast. The first 45 minutes are a little bit, you're like, what's going on?
I
here?
watched it on the flight out here because
Yeah,
RA
yeah.
recommended it to us.
Did you battle through the first four? No pun intended.
What did I say when you walked up? I was 40 minutes in.
Said worst
You were
show,
behind
worst
him.
movie I've ever
I
seen in
said
my
this
entire
movie
life.
sucks.
Yeah, dude, the
heard
first
it.
45 is
all chaos.
No,
it's-
it was just like slow and just whatever. And then it was a great last hour and a
you
half. It was
got
like
it.
3 hours.
Wait, literally
I
the
was on the
second.
plane, and I was like, "Motherfucking RA!" I'm like, "This movie sucks." And he like told me this was the best movie of all time, and it got pretty good.
Yeah.
Got pretty. Like I wonder what that cost to make.
A lot.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll
but again, that one's gonna be because you're paying PTA, you're paying Leo, you're paying Benicio. Like that was why that.
So what would you give it out of 10?
Yeah.
No, 5 warthogs. What would you give?
Yeah.
Oh
What a
yeah, it's
catch.
5 warthogs, 3.9.
Okay.
Wow. So not worth all the hype that it got.
No.
Was Leo unreal?
I
in
think
it?
RA gave it a 5.
Leo was great. There was a girl in the beginning of the movie. She goes away, and she was incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
How many warthogs? How many warthogs would you give There Will Be Blood?
Like 4.9. He
Oh,
gives 5
shit.
warthogs
Fucking,
out.
I was
He's
so
giving-
scared you were about to say something bad there.
I don't really give a perfect score to any movie, but that's like
okay.
That's an
Up there.
incredible movie.
All right, thank
Would you? Is that your go?
You know, but no, that's the only movie
he's ever seen.
No, it's no. Okay,
He won't watch
yeah.
another
no,
movie.
Yes.
because I bet you
We've
have.
told you to watch, I'd say, 100 movies on this goddamn
And you haven't-
podcast.
and you go, yeah, I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
I'll watch it, and we just know you.
I
won't.
go right to
And then
There
I
Will
go
Be
He just
Blood.
into
cleans
his
his
room and
kitchen.
he's watching.
I would on no joke. I would
through
bet
the walls.
that
He
you've
lives
never
for it.
watched a movie fully through with no interruptions.
No,
in your entire life.
I'll do There Will Be Blood. No.
So you've not done it. You're saying you're gonna do it.
There would be,
No, he has done There Will Be Blood.
That's my movie.
Oh, okay.
So I bet you guys have 4 or 5 buddies where it's their Shawshank. When Shawshank came on, I think a lot of people, they're like, oh, fuck, I know what I'm doing the next time.
Oh, yeah.
Shawshank's a little more feel good at the end. There Will Be Blood. It's kind of
Slightly.
depressing
Heavy,
by the
slightly
end.
more.
Heavy
it is.
pre-game.
It's heavy.
His deaf
It's heavy.
son, he
It's
hates
heavy.
him. It's like
heavy.
this. It's tough.
It's heavy.
Literally beats
It's
a man
heavy.
to death with a bowling pin.
Yeah, I mean, it's
heavy.
not
I
exactly
haven't
like
seen it.
I
So-
climbed through a mile of shit, and I'm now
But
gonna
I
say
ju-
what to name.
I just thought
I
it-
haven't seen it.
Great pull.
There's-
Actually?
Mexican
Yeah,
City there.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Now, Biz, we've
I was about to
we've
fist
told
fight
Biz
Yance.
to watch Heat. He won't watch Heat.
Oh,
He's like,
you
I'll watch
like
it.
Heat.
I'll
watch
see it there and I'll say, yeah, I'm going with There Will Be Blood.
For the 50th time.
I'll watch the last half
are
of
you
There Will
doing?
Be Blood
Yeah.
before I watch Heat.
Heat is so fucking
He's
good.
just like,
Oh my
it's
God.
insane how captivating. I'm just like, this fucking dude,
Yeah.
man, is like,
Speaking
how
of
did he
Heat,
do
Wit,
this?
did you see sorry to interrupt, but
Heat 2.
Oh,
Heat 2 with Leo and Christian Bale?
Yeah, so we were talking
hey.
with Aves. I don't think he's saying the paperwork hasn't been signed. I think the studio's trying to like bait the other guys with the big names.
Oh, I'm
and
sure
shit.
they are. Yeah.
I could only imagine the politics that's going down.
Love Aves with the inside intel.
But sorry, what did
I
you
want
guys-
Biz to act, and I really think he could be an incredible actor.
Oh, if they do
Yeah.
There Will Be Blood too, he's in.
He would be such a good HW.
He's in, dude.
Yeah, he's the deaf kid.
son.
The deaf kid grows up.
Yeah,
He grew up.
yeah. I'm HW's fucking actual brother,
Yeah.
not the fake one who came
you
and
go.
pretended to
Yeah.
be his brother.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
fucking
That
robbed.
he murdered that guy too.
Biz
I
does
believe.
know this movie. Yeah.
What did he say? I forget what he said to like try to tee him up,
Their
and,
Biz
and
be
he didn't
blood.
get the
God,
reaction.
you should get this. Though.
And then
It's
he's-
the tree, isn't it? Remember, he's like, "There's the tree."
Yeah,
he's like describing the house.
Yeah, where
You
they
must
used to,
know this.
and then he didn't react, and he said it again, and there was no reaction.
Yeah.
He's like, "This ain't my brother."
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him.
yeah. I'm gonna murder.
Now he's done.
Yeah, this is the feel good Shawshank rewatch thing.
What was one or two other movies? I feel like Dumb and Dumber, because at the time I want to say they were playing it over and over on TBS. So that was a movie where when it came on, I was stuck watching.
You've seen,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was
That was hockey bus rides too.
Yeah,
Dumb
for
and
sure.
Dumber.
Tommy Boy, I've probably seen the most out of any movie. That was always on. I think
Yeah.
TBS.
Yeah,
probably
for sure.
too.
Yeah,
for sure.
for
That used to be on all the time. But I can't do a movie nowadays with commercials. If you sit down and watch a movie with commercials, you are sick
you're
in the
sick,
grapes.
sick.
What does that
In a
mean?
hotel room,
Like
something
on
comes
TV,
on.
like you're on
Oh,
TV.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Like if I see a movie, I'm like, oh, that's on. I go to
Go
a
find it.
streaming
Yeah, yeah.
site and I watch
Yes,
it.
correct. Absolute nightmare when a commercial
Yeah.
comes on. You're like, are you fucking kidding me?
I like the commercial breaks.
Phone time for it.
A little phone time,
Little riot at the break.
little take a hit.
Dude, but then,
Go clean the kitchen.
You guys are fucking
Then There Will Be
assholes.
Blood's like 7 hours though.
Get a couple
it
matches.
takes,
Yeah, I
it
know.
takes too long. Yeah.
You know what? We should ask Grinnell. What do you want to ask?
Outside of Michigan State, who do you think is going to win the national championship in the NCAA
Michigan
this
State
season?
now.
Oh yeah, you guys are into
Michigan
college
State
hockey
is
now.
disgusting.
We're into the college
Really? Why are
hockey.
they so good?
Give us an
There's-
educated answer. And anyone can say Michigan
Would you
State.
say you watch just as much
I-
college as NHL at this point?
No, not
Oh,
as much,
you
but
It's
I'm
hard.
definitely
I was gonna say I
getting
can't
close.
watch it.
My heart wants to say Michigan, but after the last 2 weekends, I'm not entirely sure. I love Duluth. I love Duluth this year. I think the Plant Bros are so good, and what a cool thing! Like you got two brothers on the team leading the country in points right now.
No shit.
They're nasty, and then I'm never going to sleep on Denver.
Can't count out Denver. You just can't do it.
They still got that goalie.
They're so no. Matt Davis, he's gone.
Are those brothers? Because I feel like Duluth always has old guys. Are they older?
No, one of them's World Junior age. Though.
Yeah. I think
Max.
Is it Max? And Zam is a little bit older.
And then
they're.
but I think they have another brother.
Is it the other? Yeah.
The other brother, the only other brother in hockey right now I'm hearing about is RJ Celebrini.
Oh yeah.
Well, you got Luca at Michigan still, Fantilli's brother.
Yeah, no, I'm talking.
He's
about,
a vibes guy.
I'm
he's
talking,
a vibes guy.
I'm talking about like Macklin's like, yeah, my brother's very, very.
How old is he?
Yeah,
14, 15.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane?
How big is
he? He's I don't know, but he wants to do Shattuck and then I don't. Now it's changed. He went USC.
Why are you laughing at me asking that?
I mean, Max says he's better than him. Like that might be a big brother move.
That's what I'm saying.
But he's better than me. Like
that's what I'm saying at that age.
Fucking A. Yeah, right now.
I think they were laughing about me asking what size he was. Is he a big kid? Bigger than Macklin?
I don't know. I don't think the 14-year-old's bigger than
There's
Macklin.
not much tape on him. He's 14.
Yeah. No,
there probably is though.
I don't have the measurables
he might
on
already
this
be the same
14-year-old
height.
boy.
It's like, oh, okay.
I don't tune into Live Barn to watch the fucking San Diego Gulls junior team.
Oh my god.
That's why I asked those questions to get Jans fucking going.
That's how you get him.
Yeah, that's how you start
put
the
a quarter
lawnmower.
in him.
I got one more.
Okay, here we go.
Are the Boston Bruins legit? You made a comment.
He already said no. He already said
you
no.
made the comment before, but do you think they can make the playoffs this year?
Yeah, I think they could make the playoffs. I don't think that they're going to go on a run. I just think it's too early in this build. But I mean, no one has talked shit about Don more than me over the last year. And
maybe G.
Yeah, I'm up there.
Do you like Sturm?
I love Sturm.
He's been incredible.
I think he's been incredible. I think the vibes, we always talk about the Sharks, especially last year. Like they were the all century vibes team, the Sharks last year. I think Chicago's got some vibes this year. They're seeming to have more fun. But the Bruins, out of nowhere, are a total vibes team this year.
Yeah,
and
Pasta's the man.
Pasta's the man.
Dude. But
That's
also,
the factor.
it's like
Zadorov.
Sway is happy again. Zadorov's a leader out of fucking nowhere. Like, just he's old school Bruins.
He's not afraid of a mic too. He gives you the
bully
sound
hockey.
bites.
He's playing bully hockey.
And then I think
Geeky's scoring too, which I was afraid wasn't going to happen.
And then I love Minton. I think they, for the first time in a long time, Minton, Leroy, they have young guys who are playing well and being given an opportunity.
Where's what's his name? The righty that made the team when he was 18.
Matt Patra.
How's he doing? And is he in the
Losing
A?
He's
McAvoy
struggling.
hurts.
I think he's small. He's always out of shape, and that's a tough thing to say.
Oh,
but every time you're watching the guy, he's always gassed.
Didn't 3 years ago he said he was the savior?
I think he said him
I
first
said he's
round.
the next-
Yeah.
You said he was the next Krejci.
Yeah, I said he's the next Krejci. Yeah.
He already started building his statue up.
You weren't alone though.
I know.
People believed in him.
I said Marat Kuznetsov last pod is like the best center David Pastrnak could play with in the NHL. So I'm not the most reliable source.
In the entire league.
You're a dreamer. Dude. You're a dreamer. And I respect you for that. But yeah, no, I don't think they can go on.
I don't think they can make it, G.
But it's like
I think,
earlier,
I think they
make the
could. I think they
playoff.
could make it. But I don't think they will. If you made me pick right now,
I mean, we're only 20 or so games in, but it's like everyone in the Atlantic separated by fucking 2 points.
Yeah.
That's great.
You know, anything could happen.
It's tight.
It's like, remember when Detroit was in playoffs 2 years ago and they lost 6 straight games?
Yep.
Like that could easily happen. to
Ottawa
any of these teams.
dusted him twice in a row.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Steve. Yeah.
All right, boys. It's great having you in here.
Great having you
Great
guys on, man. This is awesome.
We appreciate it, dude. This is your town.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thanks for
guys,
letting us
Now
in
we're
town.
going out to dinner. Chiquinos, how you say it?
Chiconies.
Chiconies. Not close enough.
Chiconies is great. But guys, waving us in to the bigs, dude.
Yep.
This is
Oh, yeah. No,
Very
hey,
cool.
we love hanging out with you guys on the road. You're always fucking
We
drinking.
played
with-
high school against each other.
Yeah.
No. How was Jans?
Jans tried to kill a guy.
Dude, let me tell this story. Let me tell this story.
I don't know about this story.
We can end on this, dude. Actually, I wonder. No, they won't get pissed. So, Jans I was at Exeter. He's at Cush. Jans snaps in a game and literally 2 hands my boy in the head.
Okay.
Like
that sounds
breaks
like
his
Jans
dick
when he was
over his
growing
head.
up. Piece
Like
of
early.
shit.
Do you remember? It was like
When did
early in
that
the game.
stop? Not to pause the
Yeah.
story, but like you weren't like that at all in the league.
In the NHL, when I realized everyone could beat me up.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
that's good. Good wherewithal to have.
You know, everybody, we all knew who Jans was. Obviously, he's nasty, whatever. So it's like this funny story about among my friend group of like, oh, dude, remember?
He was getting talked about in the towns like, oh, this kid's nasty.
Well,
It
in
was just
New
like in
England
New
prep.
You
England
know
prep. And then-
who's good in prep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're like,
and then
Jans
he
is
like
sick.
goes on, makes the
Yeah,
show.
and that team was,
you know?
your team was gross.
Our team
so
was
it's like,
sick.
oh,
Yeah.
that's the best team. They got Jans, he's nasty. And then we would all, like our crew that was hanging out was like, and then Evan, like Yan smashed his stick over Evan's head. It was like this fun thing that he had, like our boy Crosby. And we'd always tell the story. And I didn't know Yan's yet. So then you came on our show for the first time, whenever that was, and the boys were like, dude, you got to ask him about smashing Crosby over the head. And I'm like, no, shit, I'm not. He probably doesn't remember that. So I think, did we do it on camera or off?
No, it was the best thing ever. So you told the story. And then
no, I didn't remember the story.
Oh yeah, no, he told the story.
Just another slash over the temple.
Jans was like, oh fuck yeah, that I do remember doing that. And then a couple days later, we're on the group chat with this guy Evan, and we text Jans and we're like, dude, so funny. Like look at the boys talking about it, and Jans knows Evan, and Jans goes, wait, Evan is Crosby, and we were like, yeah, his name's Evan Crosby. And Jans goes, Jesus Christ, I was at a fucking dinner with this guy like 2 nights ago.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
I got to apologize to him.
Jans been having dinner with him, yucking it up with my buddy. Meanwhile, my boy knows he tried to decapitate him one time. Jans has no idea, dude.
Unreal. Did you pay for dinner?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure. So good, dude. I was dying.
Well, fucking rights. Thanks, boys.
Thank you so much to the Powers brothers. We appreciate them coming on. Once again, guys, we will be back to you Monday. Thanksgiving week coming up in the States. That's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see my brothers are coming home. Pekin, please, I'm telling you, I laughed the entire time. Donnie Does YouTube channel. Check that out for Biz. Support Biz, our
guys,
guy.
I'm blown away by your guys. Like you guys are such supportive teammates. So
Biz mountain biking. I wish it was a 10-part series of you. I would watch.
You were kind of nasty at that.
You were incredible, or they made you look incredible. AI. But I would watch you mountain bike for 24 hours.
I've had numerous people who, when you look at their profiles on Instagram, they're mountain bikers where they're doing the jumps and shit. Oh. Some of these guys are
Thomas
nuts.
Grice.
Yeah, Thomas Grice is a big mountain biker. But I will probably continue, and there's plenty of unreal paths in Arizona all around.
You're going to get into it?
I'll probably get into it, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always have a camera on, please.
I'm going to do the body cam, and then next thing, the Tour de France. So thank you guys for being supportive teammates. I mean, we got a Chiclets U coming out soon.
Chiclets U Maine coming out next week.
Next week. Awesome. So him and Fishy always do.
I think Wonton's going to come on the pod next week, too.
Wonton will come on, and you guys can ask him about me ordering 14 fucking fishes at dinner.
Yeah.
And then and our new employee, Luke, a.k.a. Nick, that we hired.
Hey, Luke. That's Nick, Biz. But the sandbagger, and if you have any issue with the AI, DM Biz, let him know how much you don't like it, and just speak your piece and make it clear that you're not a big fan of certain things we do. Just let Biz know. He's very, very receptive to all that criticism. And Pasha, great job on that. Everyone check it out. The Bruins made a blast.
Pasha.
Wollaston Golf Club, thank you again for that. And the breast cancer merch is the last chance to buy at the Barstool store. So supporting some women going through a really tough time. It's time for a red-eye home.
Yep.
And great trip. You guys are going to love these interviews.
Oh.
Like very, very funny stuff.
Santino one was incredible.
Santino, Doughty's a legend. Luke Robitaille is a comedian.
Blakey.
Rob Blake did it all. So thank you for listening. We'll be back to you next week. We're dropping on Thanksgiving. So we can record and the editors.
We have a very special interview coming out on Thanksgiving with a veteran. We actually, Craig Fitzpatrick, that I ended up meeting at TNT. So we're really looking forward for you guys hearing that one. And
you showed me the video of him skating. He's blind and he's buzzing around out there.
Awesome. Yeah, it just puts everything into perspective, and we're so grateful for his service and can't wait for you guys to hear that. So a lot coming out on the channels. And just remember, if you have a complaint, just think about sucking a fart out of my asshole first. Thank you so much. Love you guys.